down to a fraction. Take the kingdom back, and no, we not asking.
Gotta put in the work that we off this. Boy, I don't care about losses.
Don't look at my wrist. Or you gon' go blind, you taking a risk. I'm filthy rich. You know that I'm the shit and you pissed. I'm making them sick. I look for the ups, I hide on my list. They cannot resist. He's trying to escape, but I give him a bit. The saints gon' sit on the throne. These dogs ain't getting no bone. They gon' bring me the diamonds and gold. I'm a floss cause I'm in my zone. The saints gon' sit on the throne. These dogs ain't getting no bone. They gon' bring me the diamonds and gold. I'm a floss cause I'm in my zone.
Yo, man, what's up? Why they keep playing with the team? I don't know, man. They ain't know that we dream team? I guess not. Yo, stop playing. Just let them know. It's
making moves every day. It's what we do. Make a move, make a move. We making moves, yeah, we making moves. Got my boots laced in the double knot. Mug on my face, we gon' flood the block. Hoe on my own, I'm a juggernaut. They ain't about that action, they just talk a lot. Yeah, Babylon gon' get a double shot. She know her time short, yeah, she on the clock. The devil's thinking sweet, call it butterscotch. I'm about to blow a gasket, bro, I'm running hot. But I never stop, I'm in overdrive. We gon' mobilize, they gon' stay inside. They said it wouldn't happen, we gon' show them that. If you ain't know the fold, we don't know them guys. I keep a sober mind, we on the grind. You say you got faith, I'ma show you mine. We gon' draw the line, we gon' hold the line. Yeah, all we do is win, ain't no overtime.
They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. Coming with a vengeance. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. They screaming peace, it ain't no peace. We prophesying in the streets. We're seeking peace in the streets of Babylon. Branderson, Glock 40s, tucking heat like a carry-on. Sinning against the fathers, got me sleeping, not napping on. Christ the King revealed this aerial phenomenon. Kicking against the pricks, lose your soul when that fire comes. We purify better than gold, got my Bible on. And that's all that I know, when Babylon don't fall, watch it blow, ayy. Switching it up, the next gon' drink it, I'm talking the cup. Don't care what you thinking, believe in the gospel. And God is thinking, the fowls of heaven gon' gather for dinner to eat up the flesh, the wicked, the sinner. Your mama, your sister, your daddy, your cousin, get they issue. If they mind, they don't repent. They scream to peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah, they don't come with a
We got the streets to bring it out. They don't like that. No cap, we ain't lying, we ain't fly, yeah. A roaring lion crouching down. They don't like that. The tribe of Judah, watch us do this, we gon' fight back. And yeah, your pastor know he lying, talking about he know the scripture like a butcher, so I keep a knife. I pull it out and cut him with his wartime and spirit.
still asleep after all this, and you can't see what's going on in this world, you a fool. And I'm gonna tell you to your face, you's a fool. Open your eyes and see. They don't love us, no they don't love us. They don't love us, no they don't love us. They don't love us, no they don't love us. They don't love us. Somebody tell them wake up, wake up, wake up. Somebody tell them
Open
wake
your
up.
mind to the bigger picture, change your mind frame. 1,000 words in this image, ain't no mind games. Big facts, my testimony. The spirit resting on me. Rest of what angels, but got Satan trying to press up on me. Cotton field in my view, I'm out here picking for free. Defy food, but ain't no chitlins for me. Make it my mission to be that holy seed, cause all they see is a nigga. Royal priest, all I need is a censor. This truth cannot be filtered.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Most High in Christ bless. Welcome to another disc number, Escaping the Plantation 2.0. Oh, pray, yeah, they gonna come alive in a minute. They gonna come alive in a minute. Hey, shalom, Most High in Christ bless family. I'm Captain Gedaliah, your host, and to my right.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Officer Rayuel.
And to my left.
Hey, Shalom, Officer Issachar.
And to my far left.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Officer Mishael.
And to my far right.
Officer John.
Y'all know Officer John. All praise to the Most High. We gonna get y'all knowing these other mighty men up here, these other mighty officers, man. We in IUIC Riley right now. Hey, listen, everybody that's watching right now, you got to do me this solid. Share this thing. You hear me? Share it. If you ain't already subscribed, you need to subscribe to all IUIC Riley platform. It don't matter what it is, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it don't matter what it is. I need y'all to subscribe right now.
That's right.
All right, listen, stop playing now. I'm going to give y'all about 30 seconds. 30 seconds before the fire, okay? Y'all need to go ahead and do your thing now. Go on, subscribe. Go on, share it with your family member. Go on, let your cousin them know. Escaping Plantation is on IUIC Riley YouTube page right now. You understand? All praises to the Most High. Hey, listen, man, we finna get it in. We is about to come with the fire, but I need y'all to share it. Okay, I need y'all to share it. The people want to know who's the king. Okay? Hey, so with that being said, listen, we finna go ahead and just pop it all the way off. Let's see that thumbnail real quick. Let's see what we're talking about today. Okay, a world in decay and decadence. That ain't a normal Negro word. We're going to get into that in a minute, what that means, decadence. That ain't a normal Negro word. You say decadence, everybody like, huh? Huh? How you spell that? Decade? Yeah, so we finna get it in, man. We finna let y'all know. Somebody said they did it already. Good. I'm glad y'all went ahead and knocked it out. All praise. Make sure y'all sharing this thing. All right, we had 261 people on YouTube. That ain't enough. All right, 1,800 within the next 30 minutes. All right, we need y'all to get on up. All right, but with that being said, listen, we're just going to bring the word out and let the Lord do the gathering, okay? So, like we said, we're going to go on to a show today, A World in Decay and Decadence, okay? But before we do that, y'all already know every single show, we got to read our scripture. Let's read that real quick, Officer John.
Yes, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 71 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
Deliver me in thy righteousness.
Deliver me in thy righteousness.
And cause me to escape.
And cause us to escape. Escape what? The plantation. I don't know about y'all, but I just ran from that thing. I couldn't wait. You understand? I had to get up out of there. The Bible says we ask the Lord to deliver us in his righteousness and cause us to escape. Go ahead.
Incline thine ear unto me.
Hear our prayer, Lord. Read.
And save me.
And save us. Get us out of here, Lord. We're trying to go home. I don't know about you, but I am not comfortable in America. I am not comfortable here. I do not like this place. I'm ready to leave. I'm tired of seeing my people murdered. I'm tired of seeing my people oppressed. I'm tired of seeing our daughters, our sisters raped, going kidnapped. You know 85,000 black women went missing. Ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody said a word. It's just like it never happened. And that could have been our children, okay? So we feel the pain of our people here in Babylon. We ready for the Lord to deliver us out of this place. Am I right, brother? Y'all feel that way too? I'm trying to figure out how you feel about it.
With you, Cap, 100%.
All praise.
Sick of this place.
Yeah, I'm tired of going to Walmart and seeing our picture on the damn wall.
Mm-hmm. You right about that.
Yeah, I'm tired of them trying to promote Lizzo, Sakari Richardson. You know, they promoting all these athletes and these entertainers.
Yep.
Meanwhile, our people getting missing, our people being killed. We focusing on the wrong things, so all praise for that, Cap.
Yes, sir. We in the age of decadence. We're going to show you this place falling, y'all. This place is falling, okay? It's falling right before our eyes. Some of you not paying attention because you're caught up in your personal lives and your personal situations. You're not paying attention that the place you've been living in your whole life is coming to an end real soon. All right? So, hey, but y'all know how we do every single Escaping Plantation 2.0. We always got to start off in what we call the righteous rant of the day. Go on, play that, brothers. All praise to the Most High. So y'all know how we do it. Every single show on Escaping the Plantation 2.0, we do what's called the righteous rant of the day. Well, we rant in righteousness. Hey, so let's play that first video. I got to show y'all this, man. We're just going to show you how when Satan take over you, how you go into a steady decline. We're going to show you that with the righteous rant, and then we're going to show you that with the entirety of the show. Okay, so let's play that first video.
I'm about to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream, and you know, I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract, and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed my soul to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the motherfucking devil, and I done prayed. I prayed and I prayed. And I prayed. I don't even believe in myself no more because of what I did. I did not know the game was like this.
So y'all know who that is, right? That's a rapper in today's time. What her name is? Suki Hana. All right, so she made that video a couple years ago. I remember when it came out. I didn't know who she was, but I do remember that video being on social media. And I was thinking that, okay, well, maybe she is going to say the hell with the fame and the hell with all that. Maybe she is going to, you know, just let it go because she realized that she has sold her soul to the devil. Now, some of y'all may be thinking that she sat across from a red man with a pitchfork and he said, your soul is now mine. That's not what it said. What she did was she signed over her publication rights. She signed over her wardrobe. She signed over her life to shows, tours, personalities, all these different things. So now when she might want to make music about, I don't know, being married, she can't. Now when she want to dress modestly, I want to wear a long dress, they said, no, you is not wearing no long dress. Our stylist is going to style you, and they're going to put purple and green hair in your head. And umbrellas. You understand? That's what they're going to do to you. And if you don't like it, don't forget, you signed this contract, and we can sue you. Don't forget, we gave you a $100,000 signing bonus. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about we had to pay for your tour, your bus, your house, getting you and your kids out the hood, all that. You got to pay your debt off. You got to work off your debt or you going to jail.
That's right.
That's how they play. So when she says she sold her soul to the devil, what she mean is she signed her life over to doing whatever the white man say do when he say do it. Because last week on Escaping Plantation, we showed a video of a rapper named Meek Mill. He said, I want to rap about better things. He's like, but they pay me more to rap about debauchery. So I'm going to rap about debauchery because I hate y'all niggas and I love money. That's what he basically said without saying. He could, if he'd have said that, I would have respected him a lot more. To just say, I hate my people and I want to keep them destroyed so that me and my family can live good. That's all he had to say. We would have accepted it like, okay, it is what it is. You a nigga, but you a coon, but, you know, at least we know you a coon. At least you honest about your coonery. All right, so that's one video of her. So I want to show you her steady decline because some of y'all may not have seen her transformation, all right, over time. So let's show that real quick. Play that. Let's play that next one. Play that next video. So in that one, she was crying about she sold her souls to the devil. She realized it was wrong, right? But let's see. Play the next video. Let's see what happened to her. Let's see if she got better or worse.
Hood rats, they love the hood rats. Hood rats, they love the hood rats. Hellcat, fuck them in the Hellcat. Hellcat, fuck them in the Hellcat.
So look like Satan got her.
Well,
look like Satan done did his thing with her.
What a difference money make.
Right. Now, this bad beyond measure, brethren. I want y'all to pay attention to what we're looking at. So you notice in the background they got a Popeyes.
Yeah, they got that.
They got a box of Popeyes chicken on the street.
Oh, damn, I missed that.
Right there on the ground, right there. So her and the girl got a microphone just hanging down. The other girl said that they call her Miss Raw Dog or something like that. She don't have sex with condoms. She done had every STD that you can think of. And she brag about it. And these two dumb broads is together. You understand? Destroying our daughters. You understand? So when she says she sold her soul to the devil, this what it mean, y'all. Like I said, I know y'all thinking that she gonna become possessed with some type of spirit and fly around like Insidious. She in the corner. No, hell no. That ain't what. No. When you say your soul to Satan, you open yourself up to stuff like this right here. You understand? That's what that's talking about. So you want to say, go ahead.
And you know the sad thing about it, Cap? You don't see no other nation on the earth conducting themselves like that.
None. Zero.
Not one.
Zero.
You know what it remind me of? Who cloned Tyrone?
Yep.
It's something in the chicken. That damn chicken on the ground.
That damn chicken.
It's in the chicken.
You remember when that chicken sandwich came along?
Right.
Negroes wrecking their cars.
Well, damn, yeah.
There were lines around the corner.
Based
So
on
you're
a true
right.
story.
It might be in the chicken. All right, go to the last one. So we seeing her steady decline. Now this last one do got a little bit of vulgar language in it. So if you have children, you don't want them to hear. I think it's a few vulgar words in it. So I warned you. I'm gonna get no email. All right, play that last one, y'all. So we showing you what happened to her. She said she knew that what she was getting into wasn't right, but the money was so enticing, and she got strong-armed by Satan. Play that one.
I'm gonna ask and the children. So how do you feel about your song "Eating" and its effect that's going on with kids on TikTok and everybody?
I'm very happy about it, because one thing about it, I'm a real bitch. Yeah, and like I said in my song, eating ass, we be
Eating niggas' ass.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I don't eat ass.
What do you do?
I don't eat ass.
Are you married?
No.
And that's why. All right, my girl, you be black.
Pause. You ain't married either.
Wow.
She ain't married either. No nigga want to marry her. I mean, what's going on here? You understand? That's like what is it? A pot calling the kettle black.
Right.
Come on, man.
Hey, Cap,
so go ahead.
She said she eating doo-doo.
Right.
And you know, brothers don't be wiping themselves, man.
That's nasty.
You know what I mean? They be having white, brown streaks all in the drawers.
Damn. Hey. Sheesh. Go to Matthew 16. I'm gonna step over that one.
Me mess it up right there.
Sheesh.
That was awfully descriptive.
Wash your drawers, brothers. Wash your drawers. Matthew 16:26, man. Read that real quick. So this is what we dealing with. So the sister knew at the beginning it was something wrong about what she was getting into. But the money and Satan got a strong gravitational pull to the black woman. I'm telling you. Read that for me.
Matthew chapter 16 and verse 26.
Go ahead.
For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
So what is a profit for a man to gain the whole world? And when it say gain the whole world, that means fame, status, money. That do something to you, brothers. That do something to you, sisters. When you see that money, I'm telling you, when you look in your bank account and you see zeros for days, you understand? You start to feel a certain type of way. You start saying, well, why I got to go to work? What I need education for? Why I got to dress modestly? Why I got to be a woman of God? For what? Look at all this money I got. I can go anywhere, sleep with anybody I want to sleep with, eat at any restaurant, drink when I want to drink, drive when I want to drive, and who gonna stop me? That's their mindset. Why you think rich people like John D. Rockefeller and Warren Buffett and all these people, these real old Edomites, they get up to like 80, 90 years old and just keep having heart transplants. That one go bad, they get another one. That one go bad, they get another one. Trying to extend their life because they think they God. When you got money like that, you start thinking you God. You start thinking you above God. That's why the scriptures say what, read?
Yes, sir. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world?
Christ letting us know something. You Israelites, y'all better stay humble and keep my commandments. Why? Because you don't profit nothing from gaining the whole world. Read.
And lose his own soul.
Then you lose your own soul. You lose a chance at eternal life because you think you got something, because you think you're doing something. Go ahead.
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
And on the day of judgment, when you stand before the black Messiah, Jesus the Christ, what in the world is you going to say, well, Lord, I know I messed up. Hey, but that Rolls Royce, though. I got the keys to this Bentley, Lord. Jesus, you mean to tell me you don't want to ride a Bentley? No. Off with your head. Off with your head. The Son of God cannot be bribed with your worldly possessions. That's why in the Bible he said a man's life consisted not of the thing that he had. In this lifetime, A lot of us grew up poor, and guess what? We want better for ourselves. But we envision better being the house, the car, the clothing, right? The trips, the food we eat. We start thinking that that automatically equates wealth. But hell, I can go to Africa right now. I can go to Sierra Leone. My brother's happy. I can go to Ghana. They poor, but they know how to make it work. Some of the most innovative people on the earth are poor people. People that don't have nothing. They find a way to get it done. But in Babylon, Satan wants us. He wants us. You had something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, when you go to like Mexico, Puerto Rico, those places, they definitely have like the poorest people be the happiest people, and then the ones that are rich, they have to dress like you said, like Edomites. They have to wear the blonde hair, be on Univision, but they, you know, they going through a bunch of stuff because what they got adultery going on in their life.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? All those things. So you on point, Cap.
So with the way she was acting, how many of y'all think that she was in her right mind? Anybody think she in her right mind by acting like that? I think we all agree she not, right? Let me show you that in the Bible. Go to Mark chapter 5, verse 15 real quick. Mark 5:15.
The book of Mark, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Come on.
And they come to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil.
So this man was possessed with the devil. His name was Legion. He had 2,000 demons in him at one time. Go ahead.
And had the legion, sitting and clothed and in his right mind.
So he been crazy his whole life. He been breaking chains, cutting himself, fighting, beating folks up. He couldn't be contained. They had to put him in a cave. You understand? He charged at Christ, and Christ took the spirits out of him. Now, the Bible says he's sitting in his right mind. Read again.
Yes, sir. And they come to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil.
Read.
And had the legion.
Come on.
Sitting and clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid.
So this is what I'm trying to show you. When you ain't in your right mind, you got the devil in you. That sister got the devil. She knew it. She said, look, I'm selling my soul to the devil. I can feel it. I know it. I'm selling my soul to the devil. Now she ain't in her right mind. Now, say for instance, because she had made a post one time, this same sister, that she thinking about getting married. She want to tag a Hebrew Israelite man. The demon in her is battling with the spirit of Christ that's trying to enter into her. And it's a lot of athletes and entertainers like that. 1 second they talking about Israelites like Kyrie Irving. Next second they beard cut. 1 second they say we the Israelites. Next second they say the earth flat. You like, bro, come on, when you gonna get stable on this? That Satan and the spirit of Christ is battling within them. And because they don't feed themselves with this word of God and they don't truly believe it, Satan overcome every time. Because the Bible says wisdom will not enter into a body that is subject unto sin. When you give your body wholly to sin, God's wisdom can't enter in you. Christ ain't sharing your body with nobody. The Spirit of Christ, he's not sharing you with Satan. That's why, you know how you had that evil thought and you correct yourself? Who you think that is? Why you think all of a sudden you correct yourself? You be thinking an evil thought. Ain't nobody around. Who know what you thinking? But you say, I'm tripping, man. Devil, that's damn devil. You do that? Who do that? You do that? That's right. You do that all the time. You be fighting Satan within because he be trying to enter in, creep in. And give me that real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 6 real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 11. I'm trying to get off this righteous rant today. Y'all know how it go. It is what it is. Shout out to IT team. Thank you, IT. You got that, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 11. Come on.
The book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 11.
Come on.
Wherefore, set your affection upon my words.
Come on.
Desire them, and ye shall be instructed.
It said, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Come on, verse 12.
Wisdom is glorious.
So we're talking about wisdom. Wisdom is glorious. Okay, I want you to skip down to verse 16 for sake of time.
Yes, sir. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her.
Wisdom flows and see who's worthy. You know how you make yourself worthy for wisdom? Keep the commandments of God. Read your 4 chapters a day. That's right. That's how you make yourself worthy of wisdom.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Sir.
Showeth herself favorably unto them in the way, and meeteth them in every thought.
And do what?
Meeteth them in every thought.
That's why when you have them evil thoughts, all of a sudden you rebuke yourself, you catch yourself. It's almost like you snapped out of a trance. That's because you got wisdom in you. When Christ in you, you stop entertaining certain thoughts. Certain thoughts come to your mind, you say, nah, I ain't, man, hell with that. That's evil. Why? When you was in the world, you weren't doing that. When you was in the world, you gave into them thoughts. It was nothing. But now all of a sudden you catch yourself, I ain't doing that. That's the spirit of Christ. That's why I'm trying to tell you, Christ ain't dealing when we got Satan in us and we fully moving with Satan. Christ can't enter in. That's why many of our brothers and sisters are struggling. Like this sister right here. Right. She's struggling. She more jacked up than she was before she had money. She may have been broke with kids and stuff like that, but she could have came in one of these congregations. We could have taught her God's word. She could have got her life together, and she could be a married woman by now. Because that video 5-6 years old. 5-6 years, sisters find a husband in this truth if they diligent and do the work. Right. Brother, marry him. Take care of him. She could have everything she really wanted for her kids if she had just listened to Christ and walked away at that moment when she had the chance, but she gave into it. Now she twerking with blue hair in front of a damn Popeye chicken basket or whatever. There ain't no chicken basket. What they got? Chicken box. The hell is this? Pissed off, man. Damn. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and move on from that, man. That's the righteous rant of the day, man. Let's go and get into the show, y'all. All right, so look, let's go back to the thumbnail real quick. I want y'all also to jump in on this thing for sure. Let's go to that. Yes, that one right there. All right, so a world in decay and decadence. All right, let's look up the word. I know we pulled it in a little bit late. Somebody said we got a call already. I don't know. It's woo.
That's
Tell
right.
them call back by 9. Call back by 8:50, man. We just getting started. I ain't gonna never get done. I ain't gonna never get into the show. We love you, caller. Stay in the spirit. Give me what I say? See, threw me out, man. Definition of decadence, man. Let's get the definition of decadence. I know we put it in there last, brethren, but let's get the definition of decadence real quick.
Yes. This is the definition of decadence.
Go ahead.
Moral or cultural decline as characterized by excessive indulgence in pleasure or luxury.
Wait a minute now. Moral or cultural decline as characterized by excessive indulgence in pleasure and luxury. That's what happened to that sister. That's why you saw her decline.
Right.
And guess what? That's what's happening to the United States of America. And every other place on this planet Earth is slowly giving more and more into pleasure and luxury. It's all about how good you look, how well you dress, what you drive, all that neighborhood you stay in. You understand? That's basically what it is. How much money you make. Now watch this. Give me, it's one in Sirach 19, I think it's 4 or 5. It says, he that liveth in pleasure. Oh, and give me the one in 2 Timothy 5 too. 1 Timothy 5. Yeah, give me that. What is it, Sirach 19 and 5?
Yes, sir.
Read that real quick.
The book of Sirach 19, verse 5.
Come on.
Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned.
So if you take pleasure in wickedness, you're going to be condemned. Yes, that's you urban apologetics with your damn Christmas trees.
Get them.
Yes,
That's you too.
sir.
Oh, we don't teach lawlessness. No one they're going to send a TikTok video, going to tag me in the video talking about some, yeah, we don't teach lawlessness. We just don't teach the dietary law. We don't teach the sacrificial law. I said, man, that's lawlessness.
Right.
They be saying stuff, you be like, what are you saying? You don't hear yourself?
It's in the chicken.
It's in the chicken. It's the chicken and them collard greens with that fat back in it, pork in it. Anyway, read that again.
Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned.
So if you take pleasure in wickedness, you're going to be condemned. Go ahead.
But he that resisteth pleasures,
That's what we were reading earlier. If you resist that pleasure, go ahead.
crowneth his life.
That's when you crown your life. That's when you can put that crown on. That's when you know you a king. You understand?
That's right.
That's when you sisters know you princesses, when Satan tempts you and you resist it. That's how you know you rolling with Christ. He meets you in every thought. He go through seeking who is worthy of me. Oh, she worthy of wisdom. Look at her. Look how she moving in the spirit. Oh, he worthy of wisdom. Look at the brother over there. He ain't watched porn in 2 years. You understand? He ain't masturbating. He ain't doing none of that stuff. He focused. He ain't on that lust. Oh, look, she used to have an itchy hand. She used to try to itch. You know, they say itchy hand. They say that's a Mississippi thing. They say your palms itch.
We in North Carolina.
Okay, yeah, okay.
All praise.
That mean when your hands itchy, that mean you steal. Okay? So, but somebody may have steal. Like, remember that one time that lady called into the show and said she taught her son how to steal when he was young? So a sister called into Escape Plantation. I hope she came into the body by now. That was about 4 years ago, I think. She said that she called into the show and said that she taught her son how to steal when he was young because they were poor. So she'll go in the store, he'll grab a whole bunch of stuff, put it in his bag, and just leave. And nobody would check him because he was a kid. Then he ended up, as he got older, really indulging in criminal activity. Now he in jail. And when she tried to bring the truth to him, he don't want to hear it because he despised his mother. Because of what she taught him got him ended up in prison. You understand what I'm saying? So this word help people's lives, brothers and sisters. If we don't stop doing what we're doing, the Most High going to punish our nation even further than he already has. And this time, ain't no slavery. You're going to burn. You understand? Right. You had something? Go ahead.
Hey, can we go back to the definition, Cap?
Yeah, go ahead.
The synonyms is crazy.
Go ahead.
You were talking about the apologetics and that they don't teach lawlessness, but they practice lawlessness.
Right.
Can you read some of those, John? Can you put that back up? Go fast.
These are, what does it say? Dissipation? Can y'all zoom in for me?
You jump to degeneracy.
Degeneracy?
Yeah.
Debauchery. Corruption.
Now keep going.
Depravity. Louchness. Vice. Sinfulness.
But that's what decadence is. Sinfulness, breaking of God's commandments,
perversion,
changing the Bible into something else that it don't mean. Come on.
Moral decay.
Now keep going. Now watch this whole row right there, that third row. Look at this.
Immorality, lack of morals.
Lack of morals.
Lack of principles.
Rap music.
Lack of restraint.
The Christian church.
Lack of control.
Read.
Lack of self-control.
All the things that God's laws gives us, that's decadence. Or violating the things that God's laws, the absence of God's laws. Right. That is decadence. The absence of God's laws.
That's right.
And this goes back to what you said earlier, Cap, about wisdom. So wisdom gives you discipline. It says lack of self-control. You don't have no damn discipline. You don't have Christ in you.
That's right. Hey, 1 Timothy 5 and 6. I was looking for it. I found it. So this is another one for that sister. And for all you sisters, y'all got to be careful, man. We be trying to warn y'all, but I don't know what's going on. We be trying to let y'all know, listen, Satan will try to enter into the woman. He will try to use you for evil. I'm telling you, y'all do not believe it. I don't understand why you don't believe it, but it's real, okay? 1 Timothy 5 and 6.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5, verse 6.
Come on.
But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
So when we read earlier in Sirach about that pleasure, right? You want to live in pleasure, or if you resist that pleasure, the Bible says you crown your life. We keep trying to tell y'all that, but y'all don't want to hear that. But she that liveth in pleasure, meaning that's the only thing you're going like these women, they sleep with all kind of men. Yeah, they may be pleasing their flesh. They may be eating all kind of shrimp and crab and lobster and pork, all kind of stuff. Benny Hanna, Ruth Chris. In their mind, they like, I'm living good. This is my life. I'm living good. You understand? But at the end of the day, God said you dead right now. Right now, you dead if you living in that particular pleasure. So be mindful. That's why that age of decadence that we in, the world is in utter chaos. And it's time for us to wake up out of that thing. Okay?
That's right.
Hey, give me that number 4, I think it was. What happened in Jacksonville, Florida. Some of y'all may or may not know what happened in Jacksonville, Florida this past week. But you're going to learn today. All right? Pull that up for us real quick. It was an article I had, I believe. It was a news article. Or it might have been YouTube. One of them. This happened in Jacksonville, Florida, just the other day. Pull it up for us, brothers. Come on now. I already gave it to y'all in order. I spent time doing this. Please, all you got to do is press what I gave you. Yeah, I think I said put it as 3, but it's in there. Nope, that ain't it. I said woman in Jacksonville. They pull up Rome. Jesus Christ. All right, this show 2 now. This show 2.
It's in the chicken, Cap.
It's
Hey,
God,
IT is number 3. Number 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a list pro back there. We done recruited somebody to come train them, and the recruiter messing up. The hell is this? Hey, give me 2nd Ezra 11:39 while we waiting, man. We can't keep doing this. We need. Yeah, we'll get there. 2nd Ezra chapter 11, verse 39. Come on.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 11 and verse 39.
Pay attention.
Art not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts?
Go ahead.
Whom I made to reign in my world?
So the Lord, this is Christ speaking, by the way. Christ allowed Esau to reign in this world. Don't think the white man is something special, because he ain't. He only reigns in this world because our king allows him to at this particular time. That's why when Pontius Pilate came to Christ and said, I got the power to set you free. He said, no, you don't. My daddy got the power to set me free. Only power you got is what we give you. Christ's a bad man. Christ's a bad man. So He said, I will let you reign in my world. It's going into Rome right here. All right, read it again.
Art not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts?
Go ahead.
Whom I made to reign in my world.
Who I allow to reign for this time. Go ahead.
That the end of their times might come through them.
Because I want you to kill yourself. That's what the Lord is saying. On the ends of the time, I'm going to let you reign so that you can end these times through you. That's what that means. Right? 2 Ezra 6 and 9. We'll come right back here. Christ is making the so-called white man become so prideful that when he show up, they're going to think they can fight against him. They're going to pull out guns and bulletproof vests thinking they're going to be able to stand up against the Son of God, and it ain't happening. It's OV. Okay, read that for me.
The book of 2 Ezra 6 and verse 9.
Come on.
For Esau is the end of the world.
There you go right there. So the four beasts is telling you who the fourth beast is. It's Esau Edom. For you apologetics that's so scared to tell the white man he the devil and that he Esau Edom. That's who it's talking about. Read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And guess what? When Esau world end, our world begin. No more hunger, no more thirst, no more poverty, none of that.
That's
no
right.
No more of that. You understand? You finish that out? All right, go back to 2 Ezra 11 real quick.
2 Ezra 11 and verse 39.
Go ahead.
Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts?
Go ahead.
Whom I made to reign in my world.
Who I made to reign in my world. Go ahead.
That the end of their times might come through them.
So who is that? Edom. That's Esau. Go ahead.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
Go ahead.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness.
So this fourth beast come and he got great power over the whole world with great fearfulness. People are in fear of this beast. Go ahead.
And over the whole compass of the earth.
Read.
With much wicked oppression.
What did he do?
With over the compass of the whole earth with much wicked oppression.
So you may say, well, Rome didn't have power over the whole earth. Yes, he does. Because America is an extension of Rome. Great Britain is an extension of Rome, right? Belgium is an extension of Rome. Everywhere you think about what these Edomites share their nuclear tactics, they only share nuclear codes with one another. They don't share it with the Arab nation because they know Ishmael about that life. You understand that? They don't share it with nobody but their brothers. And they got a pact where they don't bomb each other. But God gonna make them annul that thing. Oh, no. Kill him. Shoot that bomb over there. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know why I want to press the... God, Christ gonna make them press the button. You understand? I'm telling you. That's what it's saying right here, because he done much wicked oppression. Go ahead.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
And he done been on this earth lying for a long time. He an evil man. His whole race is wicked. That's what the Bible telling you. It is what it is. You get mad all you want. Some of you may have, your mama may be an Edomite. It is what it is. Your daddy, Jacob, be happy. Right. Okay? Because your daddy would have been an Edomite then. Bon voyage. Y'all got that for me? Come on, man. I filibustered long enough for you. All right, come on. Put it up real quick, man. Let's see this real quick. So, we talking about a world of decay and decadence. Play it.
There were tears and deep grief outside the Dollar General store in the northwest section of Jacksonville, where police say a white man filled with hate launched a devastating attack.
Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people.
Police say the gunman, who was in his 20s, donned a bulletproof vest and mask in the predominantly black neighborhood before entering the store. They say he was armed with a handgun and an AR-15 style rifle painted with swastikas, and that he killed 2 black men and a black woman, then took his own life.
At 1:18 p.m., he texted his father and told his father to check his computer. At 1:53 p.m., the shooter's family members called the Clay County Sheriff's Office. By that time, he had already began shooting in Jacksonville.
Police say the gunman left behind racist writings at his family's home.
It's just something that should not and must not continue to happen in our community.
The attack comes exactly 5 years after a shooting at a video game tournament in Jacksonville that left 2 people dead and injured 10 others. Police say the gunman's writings indicate that may have been why he committed the shooting this weekend. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Pause it. Did they just try to blame this on a video game? Is that what I just heard? He went into a store and killed black folks because they were black. But the white, you see how they do?
Yeah.
If that had been us, If that had been a brother from IUIC, our church, the men's conference, the march would have been all over the news.
Right.
What church he go to? What is his religion? Because if it's a swastika, then it's more likely connected to the Ku Klux Klan. When it's connected to Christianity.
Never asked which church it is.
No. But let that been us. Hell, let us breathe wrong. IUIC. he in the church with the purple gold. It's him.
Right.
We can't do nothing. But let them do it. You see this? This is the type of stuff I'm talking about right here. This type of stuff pissed me off. And ain't none of these black folk mad, none of these Christian apologists, none of these T.D. Jakes or what's the dude name? Marvin Winans. Is that his name? Or Wayans? He a Wayans brother? Yeah. What his name is?
Might as well be a Wayans.
He funny, and he a jokester.
Yeah, he a joke.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what's the dude that was at Hezekiah Walker? Yeah. Kurt Franklin. DJ Envy. His wife tell him, hey, nigga, I'm going out of town for 7 days, and them kids is with you. I'm going on a girls trip. So, now, none of these, they all can do what the hell they want to do, but we can't even set up a church without somebody having something to say about it. We can't even go to camp without getting the police called on us. But these folk go kill folks and all kind of stuff. We ain't never did none of that. You have no evidence of any IUIC member doing any evil like that. We even have to, it's so bad, we got to put at the beginning of all our shows or radio shows or classes, we are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. You understand? We don't do that. We don't practice violence. We don't teach violence. But yet, we still number one, number two on that. Well, I think we was number 3 this year. We'll be number 1 soon. Remember that this past year? Top 20 hate groups. IUIC number 3.
Make it too obvious. They got to let it build
right,
up.
Yeah, you can't just put you right at the top. Like, we want to put y'all at the top, but we can't. You understand? I'm telling you, that's what they do, bro. I'm telling you, that's what they do. So you see this stuff that's going on right here. Y'all got something on that? Y'all want to bring out something on that?
I just waiting for the mental illness proclamation to come out. You know that's what's coming next.
Right.
The white man filled with hate. They always put the descriptors to make him like he's the only one.
Right.
This particular white man's filled with hate. Wait, the whole race filled with hate.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
They hate you. And the rest of the races too. Asians filled with hate. For the black man. Everybody hates us.
Yep.
Can I get a script real quick? Give me Ezekiel 35.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
See, the white man got a perpetual hatred. It won't about no dang on video game. He got a perpetual hatred. So when that rage and that devil jump on him and he want to kill our people, he going to go kill some black folks, some Israelites. Go ahead.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Come on.
In the time of their calamity.
In the time of our calamity, right? We down and they keep kicking us. Go ahead.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
In the time that our iniquity had an end, Esau is still murdering our people.
And that time when our iniquity had an end, that's going into when they passed the Emancipation Proclamation, where black folks were supposedly free. And what happened? Black codes, vagrancy laws, all kind of different things. Can't be on the sidewalk when a white woman coming down this way. You understand? You can't look a white man in his eyes. All that stuff like that. They put laws in place to put us right back on the plantation.
The hell is this?
We had just escaped the plantation, and they said, well, where you gonna go? You ain't got no land. You ain't got no money. You say, damn, I sure ain't got no land, no money. Can I share a crop for y'all? I'm telling you, man, this dude the devil, man. He always puts stuff in place to make you think he getting better. That's why black folks stupid. Yeah, well, hey, you know that it's a movie. What's the name of that movie? The Best of Enemies with Taraji P. Henson and Edomite, where they had like a charrette. That happened in North Carolina, by the way. I watched it last night on the way out. Yeah, it's happened in North Carolina. Anyway, me and my reel was watching it, and I was like, you got to see this with spiritual eyes, what they doing. He had a Ku Klux Klan, if you ever seen it, he had a Ku Klux Klan memorabilia in the hallway of the school. She saw some black boys, they was tearing the hood off. She gonna get on them, don't be doing that. Y'all need to stop all that. You know, black woman, she gonna put the hood right back on his head and just stare at it like she just such a shock. Wow. That's all to play on your mental, man. That's all to play on your mind to make you say, you know what? At the end, her and him best friends. They go around tearing down racism. Hallelujah, kumbaya. He died, she dancing at his funeral. Man, that type of stuff make me sick. Leave our people, that's all that is. So we'll say, so when we go to work and Esau treat us like crap, we'll say, well, you know, remember the movie Best of Enemies, you know, Taraji P. Henson was able to forgive him. Maybe I can forgive him. I'm telling you, that's what they do. It's all mental, man. It's to mess with your head. But like the officer just brought out, they got a perpetual hatred. They don't see you like we see each other. They see light in us. That's why they want to kill us, because they see the light of God in us. They say, no, we got to put that light out. Anytime we raise up, anytime we start to look natural, grow our beard, they say, hey, beard can't be 4 inches. Right. Beard can't, nope, 5 o'clock shadow. Don't get no beard. Don't start feeling yourself, cut them dreads. You can't come in here with them dreads. We all do that to diminish our light, brothers and sisters, because we are the light of the world according to the scriptures. You understand? Now give me that article. We're going to talk about Rome for a minute, and we're going to compare it to America, because America is in decay and decadence, and I'm going to show you that today. Give me that real quick, the 8 reasons why Rome failed, okay? Go to the first one. But first and foremost, how are we going to make the comparison between Rome and America? Let me show you that real quick. Revelation 13 and 11. So we're going to get into some prophecy real quick. Y'all got to bear with me. I'm trying to build up to something. Revelation 13 and verse 11.
Revelation 13 verse 11.
Come on.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Give me that image. It's an image that I put right after this article, I believe. There's an image that I put of the parties, America's political parties. That's what it's talking about right here. Give me that real quick. Pull that up. Come on, please don't take an hour to pull up. It's just going to mess up my whole groove. Pull up the image. Thank you very much. Read that again.
And I, excuse me, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
So there's another beast coming up out of the earth is Babylon the Great, America. Come on.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
So he had 2 horns like a lamb. Those 2 horns is going into their political parties, brothers and sisters. America is a dual kingdom within itself. It has political parties. Now, one thing they do agree on is that they are to oppress blacks and Hispanics. That's right. That's their main goal. You may have a Republican on one side. They may say, look, we don't like them niggas. To hell with them. Ku Klux Klan, all that stuff like that. Then you got the Democrats on the other side. You say, well, they like black folks. No, they don't. They for abortion. And black women kill their babies more than anybody. Yes, so they both want us dead. So don't ever think that they in opposition as it pertains to us and our plight in this country. But the Bible says he had 2 horns like a lamb. And when it say he like a lamb, that means he's Christian. Christian nation. He gonna look like he Jesus. So that's what that's going into. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb. Go ahead. What's that last part?
And he spake as a dragon.
Because when you hear him speaking, you see his actions. He go in Dollar Generals and kill black folk. That's right. You understand that? He put laws in place to keep you and your children from learning your history. CRT and all that stuff like that. Down in Florida, DeSantis said, man, look, take slavery out of the school system. I don't want to hear it. That's what he said. I don't want to hear nothing about no slavery. You know why? Because them brothers in purple and gold on the corners teaching people, using slavery as a point to show you who you are in the Bible. Yes, and if they remove slavery, then most of our kids may not understand when they get older. Mom and Dad, why are we doing this? We were never slaves. And they just erase it all out of our school system. That's the reason why he's doing it. Go ahead.
And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. And causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
Go ahead.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
So you worshiping Rome and don't even know it. I'm going to show you that. Go to the some of those other images I had after those. So you see they got the political party. Zoom in on this. This Grand Central Station in New York City. Look at this right here. So what you're seeing is they always got these Roman gods, these Greco-Roman gods like Hermes, you understand, Poseidon, all that stuff like that, Zeus, and so on and so forth. You ever wonder why they had that? You ain't never wonder why you just randomly riding down the street and you see these things in Washington, D.C., New York City, and so on and so forth? Esau is infatuated with Rome. He learned everything he know from Rome, brothers and sisters. You understand? That's why it says he exercises all the power of the first beast before him and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. Guess what? Your calendar is based off the first beast. Your months are named after the first beast. Your Roman numerals, where you think they come from? Your days of the week, that all come from the first beast. Go ahead, you about to say something.
Damn, it's right there in front of your face. Roman numerals, yep. We still counting like them.
Yep. Hey, there's a place in Mississippi called Madison, Mississippi. When you go to Madison, your Starbucks don't look like a regular Starbucks. It's made like Greco-Roman times. Am I right about this? When you go there, Snap Fitness, 24-hour fitness, whatever, Smoothie King, it don't look It don't have the regular display. It all look exactly the same. They got them big old Roman pillars everywhere, and it's all white. It's like the White House or the Lincoln Memorial or something like that. And you say, why is this? Why y'all got it like that? Because they want you to worship the first beast. You don't even know you're doing it.
Hey, Cap, in the Zonovan, it says, when you go to time, it says that the Romans' time started at 12 midnight. So technically, every time your phone changes dates, you should know that you worship in Rome.
And don't even know, even your New Year.
Yeah, it's not even New Year.
That's a Roman god. Janus is a Roman god, right or wrong? Right? So watch this. Go to the next picture I had. I had that one in Grand Central Station. I want to show you this other one. Now watch this real quick. Pull up the next picture I had. There's a couple of them that I had that I want y'all to see because I want to put y'all in the mind frame. You see this? These things right? That's why you think that is, brothers and sisters. What does this have? America love new skyscrapers, LED lights, all, you know what I'm saying, electric cars. They love science. But why they always got to have something with some type of Roman pillar? Why? They want you, brothers and sisters, to not realize you worship in Rome. You sitting in Rome and don't even know it.
That's right.
And a Christian can't understand that. Go to the next one. Go to the next picture. We had one, I think I had one more picture that kind of showed that same thing. So it said he exercises all the power of the first beast and causes the earth and them that dwell in it to worship the first beast. Look at that right there. Why do you think that is? So you will be worshiping Rome and you won't even know about it. Let's go inside the article real quick. Let's go inside that article real quick. And I want you to go to the second one. Go to the second one. So that's the first one. Second one. Read that, Officer John.
Economic troubles and over-reliance on slave labor. Even as Rome was under attack from outside sources, it was also crumbling from within thanks to a severe financial crisis.
So one thing about Rome, it was going through a severe financial crisis before it failed. I want you to think about something. Going through a severe financial crisis. What's going on in America right now? Are we not going through inflation?
Right.
You could make $100,000 5 years ago real good. You make $100,000 right now. You like, damn, I'm broke. Right. I ain't got nothing. How the hell you making $100,000 and you broke? Back in the day, that was a dream, right? Shoot, got a good job, making $100,000 a year. Right. Not no more. Ain't no way. Go ahead, read.
Constant wars and overspending had significantly lightened imperial coffers.
So it said constant wars and overspending. Go ahead.
Had significantly lightened imperial coffers.
Go ahead.
And oppressive taxation and inflation had widened the gap between rich and poor.
So, I mean, okay, there is, y'all know it ain't no middle class no more, right?
No, hell
you know we all broke, don't you? Hey, if you ain't making millions, bro, you broke.
Everybody
you ain't
broke.
got that. I know it feel good. I know you hit that check, you see that count, you're like, oh my, no, you're not.
Hey.
In any given moment, they can take that bread, bro. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
An example of that, Cap, if you look at EBT, there's somebody took away EBT for millions.
Right.
Because they had certain additions added for COVID.
Right.
And they ripped that away. People hungry, running out of food right now.
Right. But guess
Widening
what?
that gap.
But guess what? $1 billion football stadium could be built right in your neighborhood. You ride down the street and you see construction for days at a time, months at a time. In 10 months, they done put up this big, beautiful building. And you say, wait a minute, hold up now. If I hit two rights, you understand? It's the hood.
Right there.
And we ain't got nothing over there. But you talking about you can just build this in the middle. And what you gonna make? They don't make their money back from that type of stuff. They take these loans and Esau just give each other loans. They don't care about losing money because the money ain't backed by nothing. I've been telling y'all that. All they do is print money, print money, print money. It don't mean nothing to him. The real wealth is in gold, silver, things of that nature. How much gold you got? How much gold we got?
Didn't Kanye lose everything? Just one button? Lose your billions.
Well, what's his name? Jonathan Greenblatt. Don't nobody even know that little picklehead Edomite. Don't nobody know his ass. And you can tell me, he can tell Kanye West, we taking your money. Come on now. Don't nobody know him. He's not known. I ain't never known the guy. But all of a sudden, he can tell Kanye West, who we all know, known worldwide, famous entertainer, billionaire, tell him, hey, look, Adidas, go and make that happen. And Adidas say, hey, my hands is tied. You know them white folk run everything. Click. Press the button on his head. Took all my man money. But, hey, it is what it is. That's the society we living in. Go back to it. So he got the oppressive taxation. He made a huge disparity in the wealth gap. Go ahead.
In the hope of avoiding the taxman, many members of the wealthy classes had even fled to the countryside and set up independent fiefdoms. At the same time, the empire was rocked by a labor deficit.
That mean, wait. Labor deficit, that mean unemployment, don't it? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Rome's economy depended on slaves to till its fields and work as craftsmen.
And that's still going on in Mexico right now. Rice plantations, you still got that same thing going on. Sugar plantations. Go ahead.
And its military might had traditionally provided a fresh influx of conquered peoples to put to work.
It said conquer peoples to put to work, y'all. Come on.
But when the expansion ground to halt in the 2nd century, Rome's supply of slaves and other war treasures began to dry up. A further blow came in the 5th century when the Vandals claimed North Africa and began disrupting the empire's trade by prowling the Mediterranean as pirates.
So you got brothers like Septimius Severus in 193 AD who destroyed Rome and it fell. Right, you had very many wars. You had the first Punic Wars by Hannibal, who was from the tribe of Asher. Then you had the second Punic Wars in which he lost, and that's when Africa became known as Africa because it was named after Leo Scipius Africanus. You understand? But we used to fight wars with them, and we used to beat they behind in wars. You understand that? But before that, they had a lot of slaves. Slaves were always in Rome. Okay, go from there real quick. Go to Deuteronomy 28:43 real quick. So I'm showing you that the same thing that was going on then is the same thing that's going on now. Get that Joe Rogan video loaded up for me too, IT. Deuteronomy 28:43.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43.
Come on.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Come on.
And thou shalt come down very low.
You know what's important about that? It said the stranger that is within thee. Because what the Christian apologists don't understand, because they love a slave master, is that God's curses are reoccurring. That didn't just happen one time, you dumb idiot. It happened multiple times. How do we know what happened to the white man when he come over here? He be over here 5 years. He owned businesses. Chinese man come over here, 2 years. He got a donut shop, a donut shop, a damn air conditioning repair company, small engine company, all in one. You go in there, get your donuts, get your motorcycle tuned up, and get your hair braided. Here you get. They like, wait, hold on, now how you got all this? Am I not right about that? You go in there, you won't even know Moab running it. You go in the back and you hear, you like, oh, y'all run this? Food pretty good, man. I thought black. You go back there, Issachar in the back. They love to have Issachar back there cooking.
I'm about to say the same thing. Every time I walk in there, they got Issachar back there. I'm like, what the hell you cooking?
Right. They had Issachar back there, don't put no seasoning on their burger. Issachar don't put no seasoning on their burger, bro. It just be a patty. You know I'm right.
I was around Judah. I guess my burger tastes good.
You put some Tony Creole on it? What you put on it?
Sazon.
Okay, all right, all praise. All right, you all right, man. Most Issachar, though, they don't put no seasoning on their burger. It just be a beef patty. You be like, what is this?
That's
what
right.
am I eating?
His wife, Judah, he lying.
Oh, you all right. You all right.
She Gad. Your wife is Gad, too.
Oh, yeah, we good.
Damn, they throwing trials around.
They related.
They family, huh? All praises. So the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. They come to this country, be here a couple years, you've been living here your whole life, and you broke. And they out here doing all kind of masterful things with this, quote, this loan that just come out of nowhere. Loan just fall out the sky. They don't have to pay back. They ain't even a loan. That's a grant. You ain't even got to pay it back. Ishmael come over here. You know what Ishmael do? They come over here. One of them start a gas station. And then he'll bring another family member over here, have them learn from them. Then they'll go to their bank. They'll get a loan, or they'll get all together, get a loan. They'll give it to him. He ain't got to pay it back. He go buy his store. He do the same thing. He fly one over there, let them be his assistant manager, let him run the store for him. Then they get a store. It happen all the time. Ishmael do it. Elam do it. Right. Moab do it. Ammon do it. They all do the same thing. But meanwhile, we've been here this whole time, and we ain't got nothing. Right? Go ahead.
They get up above thee very high.
Mm-hmm.
They use us to springboard their business.
Yes.
They don't set it up in white neighborhoods. It's in the black neighborhood. They're taught, their culture is go invade the black neighborhood, and that'll be the springboard, the launching pad for a successful business.
Right.
That's hatred.
Right. I remember I had a car one time I was trying to sell. I said, I'm going to go to the Mercedes-Benz, see if they'll give me something for us. I go up there. I said, I'm going to sell this car. I see a Moabite up there, and he was trading in a Porsche to get like a Mercedes-Benz I ain't never seen. I believe that thing could fly. You understand? I believe he pressed the button, that thing would have sprouted a little, the tires turned this way, hoverboard and shot up out of there. That's how, it was nice. I had never seen it before. I said, wow, that's nice. I said, what he do? He said, oh, he owned the hair store over there in South Jackson. I said, hold on, wait a minute. Me, we teach outside that hair store all the time. He don't drive that to work. He come to work in the busted up van with all kind of, bust out windows and stuff. Got you thinking, yeah, my brother, I'm poor like you. No, he ain't poor. That's his drive to the hood car. When he get on the other side of town, he jump in that damn flotation device that he got. That's how, but we think he living like us. No, he not living like you. We are not the same. You understand? Read that again.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Come on.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Come on.
He shall lend to thee.
He gonna lend to you. He gonna be the one that provide you. Read.
And thou shalt not lend to him.
But you ain't gonna lend to him. He don't come asking you for nothing. Go ahead.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you what happened today. So I'm at work today. I'm having my little closeout meeting. I gotta say it. I gotta say something. It said, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, he shall be the tail. This Edomite speak up while I'm in my meeting. I'm having my closeout meeting with everybody. He speak up and he say, he corrects something that I said. He like, well, what you said was wrong. Such. I said, huh?
The hell is this?
He said, what you said, such. I said, huh? I act like I ain't hear him on purpose. I made him repeat it like 4 times before his dumb behind got it. So afterwards, I said, let me holler at you real quick. I pull him over to the side. I said, let me tell you something. I said, when I'm having a meeting, don't speak. Don't say nothing. You understand? I said, when I'm having my closeout meeting, I don't need you talking nothing. I said, because what you're doing is you're sowing discord. If I'm the boss or I'm the assistant manager, whatever, and I'm speaking and you making little jokes and cracks, they gonna start doing it. And when I get on their behind, they gonna say, well, you ain't say nothing to him, so I'm saying something to you today, right here, right now. So you don't want me talking in a meeting? No, Esau, don't say nothing. Shut your damn mouth. You understand? I'm sorry. Right. Shut your white lips. Shut your white mouth.
You cannot talk.
Right. Shoot. Hey, get a mic or 2 in one. You had something, also you had something. Go ahead.
Them white guys, man, they always think they got something to say. Mm-hmm. He can't stand you up in there.
Nope.
So he gonna be like, who does this guy think he is? So he gonna try to, be disruptive. You know what I'm saying?
That dude might not have passed the 3rd grade, bro. He's an idiot. Damn. And you gonna correct me? No, sir. You gonna shut your mouth. Don't speak no more. Micah 2 and 1. John, what up? I ain't lying. Micah 2 and 1. So, economic troubles is a way that Rome fell. It's the same thing with America. Go ahead.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Work evil upon their beds. Go ahead.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
When the morning is light, they practice it, meaning Esau don't sleep. Esau don't sit up watching movies like you sit up watching movies. No, he be in think tanks. He called his constituents, he called his friends, say, you know what I was thinking about last night? I think we can put liquor stores in all the neighborhoods that got black people. Because they stressed out anyway. They poor anyway. We can just fill them up with alcohol. And then some of them say, you know what? That makes sense. Call our friend that own the that got the permits. You call such and such that got the building codes. You call such and such that'll give us the funding because he work at the bank. He a bank manager. You call such and such that got the connection with Miller Lite. He can help us get the beer for cheap. They do all that. Oh, don't such and such got a trucking company? He can go pick the liquor up for us. That's what they think about. But guess what we watching? Love and hip hop. You understand? What's another one? What's another one these folk be watching? Basketball Wives.
The hell is this?
You understand? You still watching that crap, and they up here thinking about how to dominate your community. That's what it means when the light come, they practice it. When the morning is light, they practice it. Go ahead.
Because it is in the power of their hand.
Go ahead.
And they covered fields and take them by violence.
It said they covered fields and take them by violence. They take things from others. They take whole countries from others. Go ahead.
And houses. And take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. That's how they move. The same thing they were doing in ancient Rome, they doing here in America today. They doing in Africa today. How do I know? Give me the next video. Yep, play that. Yep, play it real quick.
See, this is the bottom of the supply chain of your iPhone, of your Tesla, of your Samsung. I mean, I'm just naming those companies.
Right.
It's all of them, right? All of them. And here's what you need to know, Joe, about this video. I was the first outsider to get into this mine. This is an industrial cobalt mine where there's not supposed to be one artisanal miner. Now, that's the term used for people who are just digging by hand as opposed to tractors and excavators. This mine, and I can name it, it's called Shabara. There's not supposed to be one artisanal miner here, according to the consumer-facing tech companies and EV companies buying this cobalt. Lo and behold, I walk into this place, and this is what I see. There's more than 15,000 human beings crammed into that pit.
So, listen, y'all, I want to say you got to really be careful in this society to be appreciative of what it is you do have. Because when you start looking at our brothers and sisters in these other countries, like in the cobalt mine in the Congo, right? These brothers and sisters are exposed to chemicals that they should not be exposed to. Even on your job, you like, I ain't going in there without wearing no mask. You already got it in your mind. I'm finna put the whole, what they call that suit, John? The hazmat suit. You got to put the whole hazmat suit on with the glove, the mask, all that before you go even to a dirty bathroom. But these brothers and sisters are not getting paid. They going to work in hope that they'll get paid that day. They hoping, well, maybe they'll pay us today. But this all we got. And you saw how they was all running to be the first one down there? They all crammed in there trying to get that cobalt. And that's, like he said, that's the basis of your phone. That's the basis of your Tesla. All these different things that we use every single day that we complain when it's moving slow. Man, Wi-Fi, y'all Wi-Fi jacked up. We all met, but then you don't remember how it was made. That was your brother in the Congo, because them is our brothers in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Them our brethren. You understand? You don't realize that they was the one to mine that out for them to have the cobalt for this right here. Or the bauxite. You understand? Or the iridium and all that different stuff that they have. So this is how we know when it said they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. That's what Rome started doing. Rome fell because of it. America and all its constituents, all of its allies, gonna do the same. Exact same. Give me Proverbs 14:31 real quick. Proverbs chapter 14, I want you to read verse 31.
The book of Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 31.
Go ahead.
He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker.
When you oppress the poor, they already poor. And you gonna take advantage of them in their low condition? That's what the white man does. The Bible said he do what?
He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker.
When it say reproach his maker, meaning you go in a direct opposition to God. Remember, there are laws in the Bible that said if one of our brothers was poor and we put extra on him and he prayed to God, that it would be sin unto us. That's even for us, the Israelites. If a brother already down and out and need help, and you oppress him further, or you oppress her further, God says that's sin unto you. If they pray unto God on your behalf or against you, then judgment gonna come on you because of that thing. So how much more Edom, who doing it to a whole race of people? Millions upon millions. That's just one mine. There's many of them like that.
That's right.
Go ahead.
But he that honoreth him have mercy on the poor.
So he that honoreth the Lord gonna have mercy on the poor, but he that hate God is gonna oppress the poor. Jeremiah 22:13. Watch this. I'm telling you, this man evil. And the evil that he doing on this earth is what's causing this earth to fall into decay. It's getting worse and worse here. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah 22 verse 13.
Go ahead.
Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
That's how America was built, y'all. They made treaties with the North American Indians, our brothers. They made treaties with the Seminole Indians. Matter of fact, the 5 civilized nations, you know why they called them that? With that Choctaw, Chickasaw, Muskogee, Seminole, and it was one more. Say it again. No, not the Sioux tribe. Cherokee. Right. Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Muskogee, and Seminole Indian. 5 civilized. You know why they call them the 5 civilized nations? Because what they used to do is they would send them to their schools and teach them how to be white people. Make them cut off their long, beautiful hair. You understand that? Make them shave their beards. Make them dress like white people with a suit and tie. And then they'll say, okay, now that you've done that, to keep your land, you got to enslave black folks.
That's it.
That's why a lot of black people say, well, you know Native American Indians had slaves because their life was on the line. They was looking at us like we ain't the same people. I've been here before you. They looking at Judah like we've been here before y'all. Now they telling us we gonna lose our land, they gonna murder and slaughter our children. If we don't oppress y'all, yeah, we gonna make you slaves. But what did Gad do and Reuben do? They married Judah to their daughters. Yep.
Yeah.
They married Judah to their daughters. They married their sons to Judah's daughters. That's why a lot of us around here talking about we Judah. Not me, because I am Judah. But a lot of us walk around here talking about we Judah and we actually Gad or Reuben. For real.
That's
but
right.
you look like nah, that's you Judah, brother. You're like, nah, I'm Gad. Who their brother right here? You Gadite brother?
On the end of the table.
Oh, right here. Oh, right here.
He's actually from the
Judah.
tribe. He's from the tribe of.
We don't prove this.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
You're from the tribe of Reuben.
Hey, didn't y'all hear my daddy? What my daddy say?
What my daddy say? Hey, go back to that article real quick, y'all. Hey, so there's a lot of brothers out here saying they Judah, but they ain't Judah. Once again, except for me, I am Judah. I'm just light-skinned. All right, run and play that real quick. What's the next one? Come on, where's that? Go back to the article real quick. Now I want you to go down to number 4. So we went to 2. Let's go down to number 4. Oh, come on now, man. It's the same article. Just bring this. Whatever you had that article in, just bring it back for us. Just resurrect it. Bring it back from the dead. Come on. All right, here we go. Play it. Or read it.
8 reasons why Rome fell. Number 4.
Go to number 4. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Keep going. All right, 4. Come on.
Overexpansion and military overspending.
So Rome fell because they were overexpanding and military overspending. They were spending a lot on their militaries. Sound familiar? Go ahead.
At its height, the Roman Empire stretched from the Atlantic Ocean all the way to the Euphrates River in the Middle East. But its grandeur may have also been its downfall. With such a vast territory to govern, the empire faced an administrative and logistical nightmare. Even with their excellent road systems, the Romans were unable to communicate quickly or effectively enough to manage their holdings. Rome struggled to marshal enough troops and resources to the... You messed me up.
Rome struggled to marshal enough troops and resources.
Yes, sir. To defend its frontiers from local rebellions and outside attacks. And by the 2nd century, the Emperor Hadrian was forced to build his famous wall in Britain just to keep the enemy at bay. As more and more funds were funneled into the military upkeep of the empire, technological advancements slowed and Rome's civil infrastructure fell into despair.
So Rome was trying to overexpand. They were trying to be in everybody's business. Who that sound like today?
Esau.
Everybody's business. Watch this. Go to them images of the U.S. embassies. Let me show you. This man don't, hey, listen, get Micah 2. We already met Micah 2 earlier, didn't we? Habakkuk 2, not Micah 2. Habakkuk 2 and 4. This man is in everybody's business in everybody's country trying to govern everybody. And he ain't supposed to be there doing that. Right? Give me the map real quick of those embassies. I posted it in there. It should have been somewhere after this. All right. So these are, zoom in on that for us. So these are the U.S. embassies outside of the United States. You see the whole continent of Africa basically is covered. All of Europe, look at that. All in Europe basically except, of course, Russia. Russia don't have a whole bunch, obviously, but them and Russia got odds with each other. But most of Africa's covered. Most of the quote-unquote Middle East is covered. Most of Arabia is covered. See right there in the middle, right above Africa, right above Egypt, that's like Lebanon, Israel, Syria, all that. That's all covered. They make sure that they got all that covered. And, of course, all of South America, all of Mexico, all of Canada, all of that. You understand? That's all covered. Right? Give me the next one. The next one is a little bit more in depth. There's one more picture. Yes. Right here, look at that. Events, countries, facilitators, participants, all that. This is what America does. They in everybody's business. And that's how Rome fell. They was trying to govern everybody. And you cannot govern everybody. You go into certain places, and they don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in homosexuality. They women not wearing pants. They women not twerking. They not doing that. Remember the black woman went to Dubai talking crap? She's still in jail right now. They ain't playing that. And y'all go with your Americanized mindset. Well, I'm a Roman. Like Paul, I'm a Roman. I'm freeborn. Right. Yeah, you go over there talking that. Certain place, they like, oh, you a Roman? Word? Remember what they did to Brittany Griner? She thinks she's going to be over there with a pound of weed. They said, oh, put her ass in jail. Yeah, she's 6'8", good. Put her big 6'9" behind in jail.
That's right.
She sat there for a year, moping around. Celebrities over here, free Brittany Griner.
What?
And they done traded Brittany Griner with some damn tech, Army war veteran tech. He know how to use all kind of nuclear bombs. They done traded a damn, I ain't gonna say that about the sister.
Message.
They done traded a homosexual sister that ain't got, she don't add nothing to American society. You do realize that, don't you? Other than keeping our daughters and sons destroyed. She don't add nothing to us as a people in the state that she in. And the Negro said, please, Joe Biden, trade her for somebody that can make a bomb to kill us all.
For the army.
The hell is this?
Come on, man. That don't make no sense. This plays backwards. Give me that Habakkuk 2 and 4 real quick.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Come on.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
So the soul that's in Esau ain't right. Y'all keep trying to change him. Black woman, boy, it's a lot of miscegenation in North Carolina. I ain't used to it. I'm from Mississippi. We don't get down like that, man. I'm in North Carolina driving. All I see is he got a white girl. She got a white man. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I ain't never seen it before like this. It's bad out here. Damn. So his soul that's in him ain't upright. You can lay down with him, sis, but that baby that come up out of you, that's a demon. Off rip. That's why half when a black woman have a little mixed child, that child be crazy. Right. That child don't be right. Because you had it with an Edomite. He's got his daddy's spirit in it. And what the Bible say about his daddy's spirit?
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
It said his soul ain't right. Go ahead.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Come on.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
That wine is going to his philosophies, his doctrines, his religion, his politics. Go ahead.
He is a proud man.
And he proud. You know why he proud? He fly that damn Confederate flag knowing that the South lost. When I said that last week. Right. The South lost. Oh, it's my history. So your history is losing now. Yeah. You like to lose? Is that what you're saying? Right. Come on. No, it mean y'all hate black people. Just say it. Look, we hate y'all niggas. That's why I fly. I'm just gonna be real. I can respect that. I'm okay with that. Just tell me, look, I don't like y'all. That's why I fly this flag. It ain't got nothing to do with Southern heritage. It remind me of how we used to hang y'all. Just say it. Right. Come on, man. Keep it 1,000. Read.
Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine.
Come on.
He is a proud man.
He proud. Go ahead.
Neither keepeth at home.
Don't they got a group called the Proud Boys? Yep. Come on, man. Read.
Who enlarges his desire as hell.
He enlarges his desire as hell. He want everything. Go ahead.
And is as death.
He is as death, because wherever he go, death follow him. Go ahead.
And cannot be satisfied.
Go ahead.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
And he gather unto him all nations. He want to know everybody's business. Go ahead.
And heapeth unto him all people.
He coming to a Muslim country, so I don't know if young women should dress like that. Maybe you should let them wear pants and let them be free. He looking like, what? Off with his head. What are you talking about? Off with his damn head. You know what I'm saying? But if they do that, they know America coming with them bombs. It's another excuse for America to drop bombs on them. That's what they know, okay? Y'all had something on that? Okay, Revelation 17, verse 1. So U.S. got his embassies everywhere, in every country. I'm going to show you something. The Bible prophesied about this great whore. Read that for me.
Revelation chapter 17 and verse 1.
Come on.
And there came one of the seven angels,
Go ahead.
which had the seven vials.
So the seven angels with seven vials. These seven vials mean something. When these vials are open, it means a judgment. Go ahead.
And talk with me, saying unto me,
Go ahead.
Come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore.
Go ahead.
That sitteth upon many waters.
Read.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
So it said the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. I want you to go down real quick. Skip down to verse 15.
Verse 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
That's why I was just showing y'all how it said he enlarged his desire as hell and heap unto him many nations. He want to be in everybody's business. Guess what? That's how Rome fell. Over-expansion, trying to govern too much, involve yourself in everybody's politics. You can't do that. You can't go into another country and tell them what their religion gonna be. They gonna buck. They gonna buck back at you. And when they can't destroy you now, they'll destroy you later. And that's what's coming for America. Y'all don't understand it. We are living in a time of decay and decadence. This place is falling before your eyes. Go ahead, read it again, verse 2.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
And all the kings of the earth have committed fornication. They in bed with America. Go ahead.
And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
That's the same thing we read in Micah, or in Habakkuk. The wine of her fornication is going into her philosophies, her lies. Go ahead.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness.
Go ahead.
And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast.
Read.
Full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
So that's the NATO. That's the European Union, NATO. Also, you got those 7 heads, those great 7 Edomite kingdoms. Go ahead.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
Come on.
And decked with gold and precious stone and pearl.
I told you, when people think they come to America, they think the streets made with gold. When they come, I'm telling you, we be over there in Ghana, Africa, different places, and they be like, where y'all from? We say we from America. I want to go to America. And we be like, nah, you don't want to go there. It's poverty there. It's oppression there. We broke. They like, no, anything better than here. And we want to go to America. And they don't know what they talking about. In their mind, they think this place is some beautiful place. Meanwhile, we trying to get the hell out of here. They don't understand. Go ahead.
Having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
So that golden cup look good from the outside. But when you look inside that cup, you would, oh, it's homosexuality. Look at that, a man with a man, woman with a woman. Look at this little boy talking about he 9 years old, talking about he should have been born a woman. Look at that. You start seeing that. Look at Christianity. Look. A white man just went into Jacksonville and just killed all those black folks just because he hate them. Look at that. That's what it's talking about. You look inside and see the wickedness in there. You understand? Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written.
And upon her forehead is a name written. Go ahead.
Mystery.
Mystery, meaning because people can't see it. Why? Because of verse 4. Because it's arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. So when you say America is Babylon the Great, they say, what? This place where I can go watch a football game and eat out with my family and have a good time, where black folks now can get a nice house and live in a nice neighborhood. We can join this particular fraternity or this sorority and live out all our dreams of wickedness. What do you mean? Not this place. I can own a strip club. You know what I'm saying? I can be a rapper. I can be an athlete. I can make millions of dollars now. Our ancestors couldn't do that. Not America. Not this great place. And you be like, no, this wicked, bro. This is what the Bible said. Like, man, I don't want to hear that Bible. It's a mystery to them. We trying to unlock the mystery, but they can't see it.
That's right. And upon her forehead was a name written.
Read.
Mystery. Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots.
She the mother. When they say she the mother of harlots, she the top whore. That's what that means. She is the top whore.
That's right.
You know the madam. That's what they call her, the madam. She's sending the other hoes out. You go over there, you go sleep with him, and you go over there. That's what she do. That's what America does. Go ahead.
The mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
She is the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Abominations spring out from her, bro. That's what it's saying to you. Now, give me that video about the U.S. flies LGBT flag in foreign country. You got to see it for yourself. We ain't making this up. Pull it up. It's a video that I had, how they had it's a TikTok video. I might have had the picture first. If it was a picture, pull that up first. I got to show y'all this. Because a lot of y'all don't understand what y'all are part of and what y'all investing in. You want to stay here. You want to live here. You don't want this place to go anywhere. Y'all got it? Come on now, dog. Don't make me miss the point. So the Bible says, and upon her forehead. Give me that in 2 Thessalonians 1:7 real quick. Okay, here we go. All right, play this.
Now, this morning in Kampala, the embassy of the United States has decided to fly very high the LGBT flag. I mean, this is somebody else's house. I understand the embassy has policies, humanities, and stuff like that. Let's say the embassy of the United States in whichever country is considered as a land of the United States of America. But this is Uganda. This is not a flag you're flying in the building, but you're flying the flag very high for everybody to see. Is that okay to do? I mean, let me give you an example. Some people can say the United States is trying to support the LGBT community. The question arises here is this one. Why doesn't the United States of America fly the LGBTQ flag in their embassy in Saudi Arabia? Why they don't do it in Qatar? Why they don't do it in any of those countries? But it's very easy to do it in Uganda because of interest. Saudi Arabia plays a very big role in the economy of the United States. You don't want to mess that up. They are a powerful country.
Notice what he said. They not going to do it to Ishmael because Ishmael, first of all, ain't having that. Ishmael will pull all of his investments out of Babylon. A lot of the money and a lot of the interest that Babylon is able to secure in what the world calls the quote-unquote Middle East or Mediterranean area, they're able to do a lot of business transactions there because they're in league with Ishmael in some way, shape, or form. But if they start saying they're going to fly LGBTQ flags in Ishmael country, Ishmael ain't having that, man. It's going to be all-out war, and they know that. But who they pick on? Uganda. Right. Small country. The resources are already being dispersed amongst all other European nations. So they say, man, look, we can do it in Uganda. We're going to punk Uganda, but you ain't going to mess with Ishmael, though, because, Ishmael coming for that fire. You understand? They know what the Bible say where it say he going to remember his true nature. That's what they understand. Go ahead.
Cap, they still want revenge when they killed the general. Mm-hmm. Remember they reared up that red flag. What's his name? Soleimani?
Yep.
Soleimani. Yeah, they still gonna get you.
Yep. Didn't that happen in Iran? Yes. But Donald Trump pressed the button.
Yep.
Blew that man up. What you got to say? Go ahead, Austin.
I was thinking about 1 Maccabees 8.
Go ahead.
We're talking about the similarities with Rome. Mm-hmm. Tell you how they roll right here.
That's
1
right.
Maccabees 8 and 1. Real quick.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 8 and verse 1.
Come on.
Now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans.
The Romans, so-called white men. Esau, read.
That they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that join themselves unto them.
They love you if you join with their policies. If you're down with their military living there. Come on.
And make a league of amity with all that came unto them.
Well, one more script, crap. Jump down, verse 13.
Verse 13. Also, that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign.
The people they put in place, they run it. That's your puppet leaders. That's say Uganda. You got your president, might be controlled by the jackals. Might got Esau running things over there. As long as you accept their flag. If you don't accept the flag, here come the jackals. We'll put a leader there that's down with our policies. Keep reading.
And whom again they displace.
They'll move out the way anyone they want to. So they all right with Saudi Arabia right now, but Uganda's like, hey, we're going to push this here. Don't go against us like they did in Haiti. All of a sudden, Haiti ain't got no president.
Right.
He mysteriously get killed by American mercenaries.
Right.
That it?
No, sir. Finally, that they were greatly exalted.
All right, that's it.
All praise to the Most High. You had something? Go ahead.
Yeah, and can you go up to 11? Same verse. Same chapter.
Yes, sir. Verse 11. It was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all other kingdoms and isles.
So that's why, and I like that part where it says isles, because when you go to Puerto Rico's not, they say it's part of the U.S., but they do LBGT down there.
Yep.
I was down there. They do parades. They do all type of stuff.
Yep.
But like you said in the with the video, they don't do it to Ishmael.
Right.
They know what's going to happen. Keep going. 12 is the point.
Yes, sir. All other kingdoms and isles that at any time resisted them, but with their friends.
Their friends, like in that picture, they were smiling. They looked like they just finished eating breakfast.
Right.
Go ahead.
And such as relied upon them, they kept amity.
Amity is friendship. When you look it up, read.
And that they had conquered kingdoms, both far and nigh.
I was telling also Ray before we started the show, the Japanese and the Chinese, they don't even have Greek names for one, and then they got they don't have no samurais, they don't have no ninjas anymore,
right?
Because they went over there and conquered them, and like that's why you watch all those like Ip Man movies or the Jackie Chan movies, and there's always Edomites fighting the Japanese and the Chinese. I don't know what year, but. Yeah,
the Boxer Rebellion, that's all about fighting the Europeans coming off, but they come and push their culture and influence, and you gonna lay down.
That's right. Even to the point, and I'm just thinking about what y'all saying, Moab and Ammon were a dark-skinned race, but you barely see any dark-skinned Moabites or Ammonites. They got that light skin because Esau done been amongst them. He done befriended them. Like you said, his friends, he allowed him to come to a kingdom, because the Bible said he ruled over the whole earth with much wicked oppression. So y'all, we just saw right there where basically they gonna tell Uganda, to hell with y'all, we gonna fly the LGBTQ flag, even though your president came out and said they will not be legalizing it in Uganda by no means necessary. He said to hell with it. We still gonna fly it. Watch this. Go to Revelation 11 and 8. This once again continue to point to the fact that this place is that great city, Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8.
Come on.
That's and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city,
Read.
which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
The Bible said this place spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Go ahead.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
And when it said our Lord was crucified, because here in Sodom and Egypt, they made Christ white. Because when you go to Russia, Christ ain't white. When you go to other parts of Europe, Christ ain't white. So why all of a sudden we get to America and you see a Caucasian Jesus? And when you say, hey, you know he ain't white, over in Russia, they got the actual catacombs in Rome and different Russian, the St. Petersburg Museum, it got him as being black. You got the Varney in Romania, it showed him as being a black man. Why y'all got him white over here in America? First thing they say is, color don't matter. Like, wait, hold on, wait a minute now. He been white all this time and color matter. What the hell? It's only color don't matter now. Like, it wasn't color don't matter 30 years ago, 40 years ago. That's ridiculous, right? America, I'm telling you, it's a spirit here. Matter of fact, for those of you that have never traveled, get your passport, brothers, because you need to travel. When you leave this place and then you come back, as soon as you get out the plane, you feel it like, God, dog, I feel the spirit, man.
That's
you
right.
You go to Africa, you ain't nothing but black folks. It's just black. I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black. You like everybody black in this thing, man. What's going on? Then you get off the bus in Babylon. Esau, they're going to Edomite over there.
The hell is this?
Another Edomite, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, golly, how are you? You got to change them. Damn face. I feel the oppression as soon as I get off the damn plane, man. Back to reality, bro. Woo. So we be going on these trips. You know what I'm talking about, Issachar. You know what I'm saying? You feel a certain type of way when you get to travel the world and do the work. But then when you got to come back home, it's like, if my family wasn't there, I would not go back. I would stay where the hell I'm at and make it work. We'll survive, ain't that right? We'll go, what's up? All I need to do is learn a couple words. It's over with. I'll read for you. What's up?
Hey, in Mexico, they have a lot of ex-basketball players. You
know man, damn. Okay.
Shots,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? You blend in. They got judo out there. They got
gas. They got judo out there, gas out there. We can get it in.
Get it
I bet we get this little radio show popping. All praise to the Lord. Hey, so the Bible calls this place spiritual Sodom and Egypt. That's why they feel a need to oppress other nations and force them to believe in what they believe. All right, so let's go back to that article. The Rome, we kind of using that article the whole day, kind of. Okay, we go, Captain Joel, have mercy. We're gonna go over a little bit, sir. I'm sorry, we just a little bit. Have mercy on me. We started a little bit late, and there's a lot I want to get into. I don't want to do this class. I don't want to do a part 2. Go to number 8, the last one. We'll just deal with this one. It's a few more than I want to deal with, but we'll deal with 8. Go ahead.
Weakening of the Roman legions. For most of its history, Rome's military was the envy of the ancient world.
Go ahead.
But during the decline, the makeup of the once mighty legions began to change. Unable to recruit enough soldiers from the Roman citizenry, emperors like Diocletian and Constantine began hiring foreign mercenaries to prop up their armies. The ranks of the legions eventually swelled with Germanic Goths and other barbarians. So much so that Romans began using the Latin word barbarus in place of soldier. While these Germanic soldiers of fortune proved to be fierce warriors, they also had little or no loyalty to the empire.
Go ahead.
And their power-hungry officers often turned against their Roman employers. In fact, many of the barbarians who sacked the city of Rome and brought down the Western Empire had earned their military stripes while serving in the Roman legion.
So one mistake Rome made, and it goes back to them wanting to be in everybody's business. They need more soldiers. They need more military. They spreading out, and now they saying, well, we need more military. You know what? It don't matter. If you were born in America, you can be Asian American. You can be Arab American, whatever. You could be anybody. You can practice your religion. It don't matter. We just want you in our military. Well, guess what that also opens the door for? Sleeper cells. Right. People that come in your military that don't give a damn nothing about your country or nothing. They just there to find out your tactics and report it back to their people in their land. Give me Jeremiah 51, verse 6. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6. Get them pictures ready for me, y'all. You should already be in the spirit with me. You should know what I'm talking about. Jeremiah 51, verse 6.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and 6.
Come on.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
So this Babylon right here is twofold. It's going into ancient Babylon, and it's also going into Babylon the Great. Future prophecy. Go ahead.
And deliver every man his soul.
Go ahead.
Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
So I take that back. This Babylon is future Babylon. The reason you know is because we could not flee out of ancient Babylon because Jeremiah told us we would be there for 70 years. So I was wrong on that. That's not ancient Babylon. That's Babylon the Great today because we weren't able to flee out of the last one. If we tried to flee, we got put to death. Okay, so read it again.
Yes, sir. Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
So it's the same thing you read in Revelation 18:4. Go ahead.
And deliver every man his soul.
Come on.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Be not cut off in her iniquity. America got sins that the Lord is going to judge it for. He want us to come up out of them sins before he bring that judgment. Go ahead.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
Because this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. God is angry with America. Go ahead.
He will render unto her a recompense.
He will render unto her a recompense. Read.
Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Go ahead.
That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, nations are mad.
Therefore what?
Nations are mad.
Therefore, nations are mad. These nations are bugged out, crazy, out their mind because of the things that America has been pushing on this earth. Now they confused. I want the money. We need the economic help, but we don't believe in homosexuality. Then somebody over there was saying, but I understand, but just let some of them be gay so we can get that money from America. They got them all confused, discombobulated, and it's making other countries like Uganda. Now, why you think African nations is joining BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, what's the C? China and South Africa. Why you think they starting to join together? Vladimir Putin, that dude right there is a recruiter. He go to Uganda. He said, man, I saw what they did when they flew that flag. Man, that was hell of disrespectful. You know, if you were to invest with us, Russia, we would never do that to you. You understand? Didn't they just find some big golden nugget in Uganda, stuff worth like $1 billion, $2 billion, something like that? You remember China took Uganda's airport. Uganda couldn't pay the debt. They said, okay, let's get that airport up out for you. That's one of Uganda's biggest assets. They don't care. You understand? So that's what it means when it said, therefore nations are mad. Go ahead.
Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Go ahead.
Howl for her.
Howl for her.
Take blame for her pain.
Take balm for her pain. Go ahead.
Take balm for her pain.
Oh, put a little ointment on that little wound. Put a little ointment on God making fun of her. Put a little ointment on that wound. You heard me? Put a little ointment on it. You water, it won't hurt. Go ahead, read that for me.
Take balm for her pain.
Take balm for her pain. Go ahead.
If so be, she may be healed.
If so be, she may be healed. Go ahead.
We would have healed Babylon.
Go ahead.
But she is not healed.
She ain't healed. She's still wicked. Go ahead.
Forsake her.
Go ahead.
And let us go every one into his own country.
Come on.
For judgment reacheth unto the heaven and is lifted up even to the sky.
This the whole Revelation 18 we read right here. This some fire right here. Come on.
The Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God.
So we supposed to be in Babylon. We supposed to be teaching God's words and his righteousness. Come on.
Make bright the arrows. Gather the shields.
Read.
The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes.
Go ahead.
For his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple.
So it's going in and out of prophecy, future and past. Go ahead.
Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon.
Set up the standard. The standard is the Bible. That's why God raised us up here in America first to teach our people. It says set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Go ahead.
Make the watch strong.
It said make the watch strong. That's where these brothers come in. You understand? The mighty soldiers, officers, captains, bishops, deacons. That's where that all come in. Make the watch strong. We need watchmen to look out for our people. Teach our people God's word and at the same time prophesy against this wicked kingdom. Go ahead.
Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes.
Go ahead.
For the Lord hath both devised and done that, which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon.
Here we go.
O thou that dwellest upon many waters.
The many waters is all the nations that he heaped unto himself. We've been reading about it all day. Go ahead.
Abundant in treasures.
And he abundant in treasures because he steal wealth from other countries. Go ahead.
Thine end is come.
It's over with for you. That's what God's saying. You on a way down, decay and decadence. Go ahead.
And the measure of thy covetousness.
Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, Surely I will fill thee with men.
He said, surely I will fill Babylon with men. Remember it said the many waters meaning he want all these different people from these different religions, creeds, countries, nations, tongues. He want everybody here because he covetous. Go ahead.
That's right. As with caterpillars.
As with what?
Caterpillars.
Read.
And they shall lift up a shout against thee.
Pull up them pictures real quick about their military. I'm telling you, this ain't no game. The Most High know what he doing. He controlling them. They don't even realize they being controlled. Pull it up. Come on. Look at that. That's in the U.S. military now.
What?
Yeah. And he get to wear what he want to wear. He get to wear his turban and all that stuff like that. Y'all think this a game. They think it's a game. The Most High ain't playing. He said, I'm going to fill you with men. Caterpillars. Gonna be within your ranks in the army. Go to the next one.
You don't find that suspicious?
Yeah, right. Look at this. Look at this. It's more. They able to wear their turbans, practice their religion, do their little 3 times a day praying out with the prayer mat, all that, man. And Esau saying, look, we got our hands full. We got too many places to govern. We need people that speak Arabic. We need the people that speak Amharic, Tigrian. We need people that speak all these languages, Spanish, Portuguese, all that. And we're going to put y'all in these particular countries to be diplomats, to be able to speak to these people, converse with these people. It ain't no game. God said, yeah, you think that's what you're doing, but I got caterpillars sitting amongst you. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Look at that. Moab in the army too. You know China want to smoke with America. They playing y'all. They shave their beard. They do put on a little buzz cut or whatever, taper the sides, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
they talk all white.
Moab go crazy too. Moab just shut up UNC Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
They just did it today. Moab go crazy too.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Go to the next one. So you got Moab. Look. Yep, Elam in there. Yeah, this ain't no game. Read verse 14 again. What God said.
The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying,
go ahead.
Surely I will fill thee with men.
I'm going to fill thee with men with what?
As with caterpillars.
As with caterpillars. What caterpillars do? They eat from the inside. You don't even know a caterpillar into a worm, so he poke out the other side. Boop. You say, oh, damn, there's a caterpillar in there the whole time. I remember the little caterpillar, the little cartoon, the little caterpillar. He was driving in the little Apple car. You know what I'm talking about? You know his car.
He too young.
He's out his car. I ain't watch no cartoon.
Had that in
what about you? You want to talk about? He's riding a little thing. Yeah. He was inside the little apple. He poked his head out the other side of the apple. That's what he's saying. That's what a caterpillar do. He eat from the inside. You don't even know he there until he killed you and he come out on the other side. Right. That's what God's saying. He's setting this place up for. Now, remember we read earlier. Can you go back to what we read earlier? Somebody had some? Go back to Habakkuk 2 real quick. Verse 5. We read this earlier, but I'm going to read it again to reiterate the point.
The book of Habakkuk 2, verse 5.
Go ahead.
Yea, also because he transgressed by wine.
Because he transgressed by wine. Go ahead.
He is a proud man.
He a proud man. He don't even realize he being set up. He got sleeper cells amongst them. Go ahead.
Neither keepeth at home.
And he don't keep at home. Go ahead.
Who enlarges his desire as hell.
Read.
And is as death.
Come on.
And cannot be satisfied.
Come on.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
Read.
And heapeth unto him all people.
Watch this. Go ahead.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
So he go to these places, that ain't his country, but he go in there, he increase, right? Like for instance, they got something called economic hitmen. When America wants you to bend the knee, they don't send the jackals in right away. They try to be diplomatic with you. They try to sit down with you. They send a hitman in there, but he's an economic hitman. And what his job is to do is say, hey, I noticed y'all don't have an airport here. America would like to provide you with an international airport. Off our dime. It's all us. You just pay the loan back. And they thinking, damn, we broke, but with that airport, we can pay the loan and still make income and bring more people, more tourists in. Yeah, you know what? We'll sign on with you. And America jacked them prices up so high with interest and all that stuff. Before you know it, you can't sustain it. Some of these countries paying $1 million a month, $2 million a month, trying to pay that back. They know you can't pay it. They know you can't sustain it. And guess what? In year 2 or 3, you come to them and say, hey, can we renegotiate the terms? Yeah, we can renegotiate the terms, but we don't want to renegotiate the terms.
The hell is this?
We want that airport. We want that infrastructure. We want that land that you got. And then what they do? Okay, but you know that land, that's where all our iridium is. They say, I know.
I know.
That mountain right there, that's where most of our cobalt and gold is. I know. Well, we provide our people money. It's okay. I'll provide them. We'll give them $1 a day to be down there in that mine, and they'll be dying from the excess fumes that come from the cobalt and the harsh conditions. And we won't provide health care while the woman got the baby strapped on her back.
Damn.
Yeah, we won't do that. That's what it's saying. We got a caller? Let him in. All right, caller, you better add to this show. Don't ask me no. I'm just been around. Caller be coming in. Hey, so I'm getting married next month, and we ain't talking about that. Let the caller come on in. I'm just kidding. Let the caller come on in. He's on the line. Hey, shalom, shalom. What side Christ bless? Oh, you hung up? Oh, okay, maybe because of what I see.
Too
I'm sorry.
much pressure, Cap. It's too much
The question ain't had nothing to do with the class.
He said, oh.
Oh, damn, this ain't marriage council time? No, we getting on America. All right, look, so we read that, right? You read 6 all the way?
No, sir.
Finish
Shall
it
not
out.
all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say,
Go ahead.
Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Come on.
How long? And to him that laddeth himself with thick clay.
Come on.
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? And awake that shall vex, and awake that shall vex thee.
When it say awake, it's because they sleeper cells sitting in your military, positioning themselves to get that call. And when you hear, Allah Akbar, it's over with. Bomb gonna blow.
That's it.
That's exactly what's gonna happen, right? Hey, all praise. Hey, let me show you this video real quick. I gotta send y'all the video. Shout out to Captain. Oh yeah, he just sent it to me. All praise to the Most High. I'm gonna send y'all a video to pull up here in a minute, brothers. Read that again. Read that last part again.
Yes, sir. Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Come on.
How long? And to him that laddeth himself with thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
Go ahead.
And awake that shall vex thee.
And awake that shall vex thee. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Come on.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Because God said it's because you spoil many nations. You don't realize America has been at war with Afghanistan and all of those stands for a long time, brothers. Think about it. 9/11 happened in 2001, right? I was 11 years old. I'm young. I was 11 years old when that happened. That was, 22 years ago, right? Them kids that was 9 years old, 10 years old, was around my age that saw that happen, have made their way to America. And they come here, they're exchange students, they get good grades, they well-spoken, they come engulfed in the American culture. In the back of their mind, they being coached. When you old enough and when you in the right position, we're going to give you that call to make your country proud, to avenge the death of your mother and your father when they drop them bombs on you. Y'all think this is a game? This ain't no game. These people's lives have been destroyed by Babylon, and they want this place off the map. And they're going to do whatever in their power to get it done. So they in the military, they in your schools, they in your colleges, all they do, in your hospitals, all that. And they just waiting for that moment to get that call. When they get that call, it's going down. Read verse 8 again.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Let's read.
Because of men's blood.
Because of men's blood.
And for the violence of the land.
And because of the violence of the land. Come on.
Of the city and of all that dwell therein.
And of all that dwell therein. Brothers, sisters, this is not a game. We living in a place that is decaying slowly. The Lord
That's
is
right.
eating from within by caterpillars. All right, y'all had that that article?
Yes,
Pull it up
sir.
real quick. Shout out to Captain Aye. Play it.
Now let's move from boosters to borders, specifically the bloody border between Yemen and Saudi Arabia. A chilling new report has been released today. It's by the Human Rights Watch. Now this report details the horrors experienced by asylum seekers. It talks about Saudi border guards and how they brutally murder unarmed Ethiopian refugees, how they use artillery shells on groups of migrants, or shoot them at point-blank range. And I repeat, most of the victims are unarmed. They're fleeing war. Remember, Ethiopia saw a bloody war in Tigray for 2 years, and now there's violence in the Amhara region. So a lot of Ethiopians are fleeing conflict. Many are smuggled to the Yemen-Saudi border by human traffickers. They're exploited at every turn, only to be tortured or murdered by Saudi border security. Saudi Arabia denies all these allegations. A Saudi official has called this report baseless. But it's not the first such report. Here's more.
A new horror has cropped up along Saudi Arabia's border with Yemen. the burial sites of hundreds of murdered refugees, of Ethiopian asylum seekers who were blown apart by mortars, shot at point-blank range, often for the amusement of the shooters. And who are the ones being accused of this barbaric behavior?
Hey, pause real quick. Go back to that picture. So I want to let y'all know something. Go back to that image real quick. Go back just a little bit to the picture. No, to the picture that on the picture on the actual video. It paused. It showed a whole bunch of people in a little area. Yes. Put it back up. Just go back. Just pull the video back up. Go back a few seconds. Come on, man. My point gonna leave me. Come on. Yes. Go back just a few seconds. Further forward. Oh, God.
Forward, brothers.
Yes. Keep going. Go back a little bit. All right, right there. Okay. Y'all see these people, brothers and sisters? These are our people. The Amharic people of Ethiopia are our people. The Tigray people of Ethiopia, those are our people. Beta Israel. I've done extensive studies. I got books to show you. These are our people. And that's the reason that Ishmael is angry with them and Babylon is angry with them. Nipsey Hussle, he was from Eritrea. Those are our people. You understand? The Indian Ocean slave trade, many Arabs took our people on slave ships over the Indian Ocean and took them to Yemen, like this place trying to cross the border now. They took them to Iran, Iraq. That's why you got Afro-Iraqis, Afro-Iranians. You got Afro-Sri Lankans. It's a reason for that. Sri Lanka is a small country, the south border of India. Israelites there. The CDs, that's how they got there. They came from Ethiopia, brothers. They came from Eritrea. I'm telling you, them is our people. We need to understand. That's why the Bible says, beyond the borders of Ethiopia, my suppliants, them is our people. That's why this is happening to them right now. So what us showing is, we're showing you that it's a lot of oppression that's going on across the world. It ain't just coming from Esau. Ishmael is in on it too. But Ishmael is amongst Esau, ready to destroy him. He got it in the back of his mind. And these brothers and sisters are being enslaved to this day by them same people. All right, so I'll pray. You can drop that. I got to move on a little bit. Read verse 12 in Habakkuk 2.
Habakkuk 2 and verse 12.
Come on.
Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood.
So woe to him that buildeth the town with blood. Go ahead.
And establish a city by iniquity.
And he established his city by iniquity. How you know that? Because he killed his Native American Indians and then he set up a church. Come on, man. That's wickedness. Set up a government system. He was unfair to them, but then he put you in jail for murder. He had to do what he had to do to eradicate them and move them out the way, and then he set up a government system on top, condemning people for the same thing he just did to them to even get the government. God says, woe unto them for that thing, man. Read it again.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Read.
Established a city by iniquity.
Established a city by iniquity. Esau done so much wickedness on this earth, he's paranoid. He got to protect himself. That's why he want to boost his military. And in his effort to boost his military, because he don't want to get destruction, he don't want to get destroyed, he letting sleeper cells in his military, don't even know it. So God said, okay, you think you got me this way? I got you that way. You ever play tic-tac-toe, you box somebody in, it's over with for them? They can't go nowhere, like I got you two ways, baby. You put the X there, I'm put the 0 here. You know what I'm saying? Put the O there. All right, that's how the Lord is. He got them boxed in because they arms too short to box with God. You had something? Go ahead. I'll let you had something. You did?
I got
you got something?
real quick. Can you give me Sirach 34 and verse 21 real quick? Because like you said, when we travel and go to these other islands, we see a lot of poverty, right? Let's see what God says about Esau.
The book of Sirach, chapter 34 and verse 21. The bread of the needy is their life.
So I was watching a movie called Blood Diamond.
Right.
You know, they do the same thing that you're bringing out. They have all those people in that hole digging for diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood.
A man of what?
Blood.
So that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with these horrible men, these nations that don't love us. But a good example would be like when Columbus and Cortez or Ponce de Leon, when they landed in Puerto Rico, they named the lands after themselves. But you get there and there's no more riches. How is it called the land of Puerto Rico?
Right.
And it's poor as hell with LBGT everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So next verse real quick.
He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him.
Like you said, they put an airport there, and they put him in so much debt that they can never pay it back. It says, you read it again, he that taketh away
He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him.
So you don't have to physically kill somebody to be a murderer, read?
Right.
And he that defrauded the labor of his hire
And they didn't pay the slaves, the Native Americans, right? Read.
Is a blood shedder.
A blood shedder. So going back to that scripture that you brought out about the blood.
That's right. That's fire right there. That's fire. Hey, so let's move. We're gonna run through these real quick. Give me them images of the eagle. I gotta show it, cause somebody may be watching this. I'm gonna move this out the way. I don't like the way it look. Somebody may be watching, all right, for the very first time, and they trying to figure out why we going in on these prophecies in the Bible that they've never heard. We got to show you this real quick. Pull it up for me. Give me that image of the eagle. And then you give me Obadiah 1:1 real quick. Give me Obadiah 1:1.
The book of Obadiah 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord God concerning Edom.
Go ahead.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord.
Read.
And an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Go ahead.
Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle.
You hear that? It says an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye. So there's going to be someone amongst the other nations outside of Edom and say, look, man, let's stop taking their crap. Let's rise up against them in battle. Go ahead.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
So they small among the heathen. Read.
Thou art greatly despised.
That everybody hate him. Go ahead.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
And because he a proud man, he deceived. Go ahead.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Because he from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. Go ahead.
Whose habitation is high.
Come on.
That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That means he got power for him to ask, who gonna tear me down? Go ahead.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
As the what?
As the eagle.
As the what?
As the eagle.
So this pride, these are the attributes of the so-called white man. And this is how you know. You can put us up in a picture in the corner. This how you know this talking about the white man. This ain't talking about no Arab.
Yes,
Everybody don't hate the Arabs. Stop listening to these fools saying that. You know when people say stupid stuff like that, they trying to deter your faith. They trying to get you to go back into sin. Why else would I be so gun-ho on saying Esau ain't the white man?
The hell is this?
If he ain't the white man, brothers, we got to do this all over again. The Bible says he got to be the last kingdom on earth. So if Ishmael is the East, is Esau, is the East Saudi Arabia, you know this nigga say East Saudi Arabia. If that's him, we got a whole nother slavery. I ain't going back into slavery. That's over with. We done our time. Now we coming up out of this. You understand? It's time for us to wake up and repent and keep the commandments of God, man.
That's right.
It said, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle and thou set thy nest amongst the stars. Show me that image. There you go. Read that again for me, officer.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
So here go his attributes. He going to exalt himself as the eagle. That's going to be his favorite symbol. That's going to be his national bird. He going to be greatly despised. He going to be the smallest nation on earth. Y'all do realize white people is the smallest nation on earth. Y'all ain't realize that? Israel, we had the sand of the sea.
That's right.
You put us all together, Judah, all the way down to Naphtali, we outnumber everybody. But then you got these Edomites, which are the least of all the nations. They small amongst the heathen. They are despised amongst the heathen. Go ahead.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Go ahead.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Read.
Thence will I bring thee down.
Thence. When you go to the moon in 1969, when they said the eagle has landed. When they said that, the Bible said what?
Thence will I bring thee down.
They was on their way down from that point. This age of decay and decadence has gone forth. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord.
Saith the Lord. This, and you can't break this because God said it. You understand? And God said your ass coming down. How do we know that? Show me the January 6th TikTok video. How do we know they coming down? They go by desperate means to destroy black people, man. They go out their way to destroy us. Man, they know who we are, too. They know we the Israelites. That's why they give you hell on your job. That's why some of these sisters go to job, they say, you're going to have to wear the uniform. Right. Well, can I at least wear a skirt? Nope, you got to wear pants. What is it about me wearing pants? You got to wear it. I sit on the forklift all day. What you talking about? I ain't got what wear pants for. I'm telling you, these folks wicked. Oh, your dress might get caught in the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt? I work in the office in the cubicle. The conveyor belt way on the other side of the building. What you talking about? I don't know. You may be over there. That's foolishness. You can't have your head covered. Right. You can't be off on Saturday. They try to oppress us so much so we won't keep God's law, so we'll just give up. But we ain't giving up.
That's right.
Ever. Go ahead. Show that. Play that video if you got it. Yep.
I witnessed the Capitol attack on January 6th in D.C. It's likely that I am the only non-Trump supporter in Gen Z to see everything happen in person. This is the story of how I ended up there. I document protests in New York City, but when I heard that there was a MAGA protest in D.C. on November 14th, I decided to check it out. This protest was insane, but got basically no mainstream media coverage. So I knew I had to catch whatever they were planning on doing on January 6th. I snuck into the Trump rally and saw Trump's speech where he told the crowd,
"Walk down to the Capitol, get your people."
Something that the media outlets really leave out is the amount of people that were there. They want to make it seem like there was a few hundreds, but there were literally thousands and thousands of people. And yes, I was wearing 3 KN95 masks the whole time, and you would too, because these people are the definition of anti-maskers. A lot of people have seen images I took of the MAGA white supremacists climbing the side of the Capitol. I made a video about the whole event that was too violent for TikTok that Michael Rappaport reposted. It went viral there and on Twitter, and the FBI even tracked me down to my apartment to question me. Honestly, I'm still really traumatized because I witnessed the Capitol.
Look at all them good old Christian white folks. Look at all them good old Christian people. Look at them. They just all just such good people. Right. Then a woman gets shot. Then the brother had to put a woman on her back. She came to pow. He shot her. She right above her. Yep. They busting up in the Capitol oh man, this is crazy. But you know we would be called thugs. You know they would have dropped nukes on our ass. Yeah. They say, look, clear out the whole DC. We finna drop bombs on these niggas. If that had been us, bomb would have been dropped on us.
And don't pass the gate.
And don't nobody know what church none of them go to.
Nope.
They don't know what church they go to. So this how you know America. You never thought you'd see something like this in your life. People busting into the Capitol, man. Come on, man.
The hell is this?
Give me that video of Kamala Harris real quick. Her allegiance is to white folks too, by the way. She married to Amalek.
Yep.
The devil the Bible speak of. Pull that up for us real quick. It's a little video of Kamala Harris. We're going to get you right. We're going to be all right. Pull it up.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm confused. Something ain't right. Hold on. Something just...
She on some Thanos right now.
Kappa carry the one. The kids gonna drink clean water and have cleaner air. How they gonna do that? They dead. You gonna reduce population? They gonna die. What are you talking about? They ain't gonna have whose kids? Your kids? It ain't gonna be our kids. Our kids gonna be in this mother dead. That's what the whole thing is for. Reducing population. She just basically tell. And remember, there's a famous video that Bill Gates did the same thing. He said the same thing. She's saying the same thing. That show you these politicians have no power. Give me Ephesians 2:6-12. Ephesians 6:12. These politicians don't have no power, y'all. We working against spiritual wickedness in high places, y'all. These folks got power, man. Go ahead.
The book of Ephesians 6 and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what the world called Illuminati. That's the upper echelon of Amalek. That's all that. People that you can't see, you don't know their name, you ain't never seen them in person, never seen them out in public, none of that. They work in the shadows behind closed doors, and they report directly to Satan and his evil angels. Satan got realms, brothers and sisters. That's why it's murder over here in this particular city. Homosexuality in this city. Satan got thrones that he set up, and he said, okay, you the spirit of homosexuality, I want you to stay here. I want you to hover over San Francisco. You, the spirit of murder and violence, evil multitudes, I want you to be over Chicago. Why you think them spirits be there like that? And it keep happening because Satan got realms he set up. And these spirits are dwelling in your Anthony Fauci's, your Bill Gates. These people got way too much money to even be worried about trying to kill all these folks.
That's right.
They like, man, I told you, I got so much money. What can I do next? He kill a whole bunch of people. How that sound? I'm telling you, that's the evil that's in them, man. Revelation 12:12. Spiritual wickedness in high places. It's spiritual. Read that for me.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens.
Rejoice, ye heavens. Go ahead.
And ye that dwell in them.
And ye that dwell in them. Go ahead.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
So they not naive enough to think that everything that they done is not going to be brought into judgment. Oh, they know that. They know that it's over. But they said, hold up, before we go down, everybody, that we're going to take as many spirits down with us. That's why us in this truth, we supposed to be following after these commandments and diligently seeking the Lord and his kingdom and putting his work in. So don't be slothful in this truth. We got work to do. We need to have a hand in bringing this man down. I honestly agree and believe we do have a hand in it.
Yes,
God just ain't showed it to us yet. We out here teaching thou shalt not kill. That's changing the community. We teaching thou shalt not lie with man as with womankind. It's abomination. That's changing the community. Their numbers is dropping. Esau analytical. He look at his numbers. He said, hold up. The people that's watching these people are not buying Christmas gifts no more. They ain't buying no decoration. He tallying all that. Esau, I'm telling you, he got what's called KPIs. Key performance indicators. And what he do is he look at the KPI. He said, hold up. Since this particular YouTube page has been watched, people in Raleigh, North Carolina are less likely to kill their brother. Something going on. I'm telling you, you don't realize what God doing on this earth. Every time our brothers go out here and do the work, every time our sisters dress their modest apparel, it's a dent being put in Babylon. Right. And if you ever chop down a tree, you know you don't chop it down with one stroke. It take the same consistent stroke in the same area, and you nick at it, and you nick at it, and you nick at it, until that big old tree was knocked down with a small little hatchet like this.
That's right.
That's us. Hitting at this tree, and one day this tree gonna fall. And our king gonna come and redeem us.
Hey, Cat, can I back you up? Give me Wisdom of Solomon 5:1.
Go ahead.
Read down to verse 2. Yeah, because we chopping it down. Esau, this kingdom is about to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Read.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Hey, the righteous man, we're not standing in great boldness. You just seen us the other week in Baltimore. You seen all them men marching through our neighborhoods? That's us standing in great boldness. We going into the hoods. We going into all types of areas where our people are at, and we bringing this kingdom down. Read.
And made no account of his labors. When they see it,
read.
They shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Every time they see that purple and gold marching through this country, they are troubled with terrible fear.
Right.
Go ahead.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
And they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. When they see them chariots pop through that sky, they're going to say, oh, man, it's over. Come on.
So far beyond all that they look for.
All praise to the Most High.
Hey, you know, I'm glad you said that. When they see them chariots, they're going to say, damn.
Right.
Them niggas one line.
That's right.
They said he was black, and we said no. I'm telling you, they're going to say, ain't no way they got that type of power and understanding. I'm telling you. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say, them Negroes was not lying. All right, y'all, I'm going to do something I don't like to do. We're going to do a part 2. Okay, we're going to do a part 2 next
all
week.
Praise, all praise.
All praise the Most High. So we're going to do a part 2 next week. Hey, we got up to 1.9 thousand watching. All praise the Most High. I told you, 1.8. All praise. So, hey, all praise to y'all tuning in, brothers and sisters. Hey, we need to remind me also, we need to make sure we get all the credentials to make sure everybody is following IUIC Raleigh. Listen, follow IUIC Raleigh on everything. You hear me? ERR. Everything, okay? Right. Facebook, YouTube, right. TikTok, Instagram, everything. Follow us. Twitter, follow us. All right, we putting in mighty works out here in North Carolina. These men been putting in mighty works out here in North Carolina. So listen, we need y'all brothers and sisters support. So all 1.9 thousand of y'all,
right,
and your kids sitting there with you.
Right.
You ain't the only one watching on your screen. Some of y'all watching on the screen with 10, 15 people. All 10, 15 of y'all in every one of your households, make sure that you like, share, subscribe to this page. All right, we need to make sure that our numbers get up. We need more subscribers. All right, let's get to 20K by next week. Can we do it?
That's right.
Let's get to 20K by next week. We can do it. Come on now. 20,000 subscribers by next week. All right, so brothers and sisters, with that being said, I'm Captain Gedaliah. To my right,
Officer Ray Well.
To my left,
Officer
to
Scar.
my far left,
Officer Michelle.
to my far right,
Officer John.
Hey, shout out to the IT team. They getting better and better. Y'all stay in the spirit, all right? Shalom. Most High Christ bless. That's another edition of Escaping Plantation 2.0.